You, finding life pretty dull? Dreaming again of exotic places? Wishing you were somewhere else? We offer you escape.
Escape, designed to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
Escape with us now to the year 100,080 and a world where beauty and terror live side by side, as H.G. Wells describes it in his immortal story, The Time Machine.
Dudley, you must be mad. A time machine.
Yes, my friend, a time machine.
This thing?
This very thing.
This contraption? This framework made of quartz and bronze and ivory, with its levers and its dials and its seat in the middle. This is the result of 3 years' hard work.
I promise you, Fowler, that on this machine a man can go wherever he likes in time. By working these levers, a man can choose his century, his year, his very day.
Oh, really, old man?
Time is only a kind of space. If we can move about in all the other dimensions of space, why not in time, too?
It's impossible. Out of the question.
Then what of the journeys I've already taken on this little contraption?
I'm afraid you've been having a bad dream.
You mean I've developed into a liar? Very well. You shall have proof, my friend.
How?
Just climb on, Fowler. Sit in the seat beside me, face these ivory dials, and I'll take you for a little spin.
Well, you mean right now?
Right now.
Or just, in case this thing should take off like the Flying Red Horse, are there any,
Any preparations? No, Fowler, no. You won't need any luggage on this trip, not even a toothbrush. You'll be back here in my laboratory in less than a minute.
All right. I'm on. Now what?
Hold tight. It sways a good deal. I'd hate to lose you.
I can't be frightened, Dudley.
Then you're braver than I am. Tell me, what time is it?
It's just 12 noon.
Before we start, I want to adjust this control a bit.
Is everything shipshape?
Tell me, did you notice anything just then?
Only a noise, a humming noise, nothing else.
And what time is it?
You just asked me, old man. It's 12. Well, that's odd.
What?
My watch says 11 o'clock. I could have sworn it was noon a moment ago. There must be something wrong with it.
It's only that I touched the lever to test it, and we've gone forward a full day. 23 hours, at any rate.
Yes, but Dudley...
Finished scoffing, Fowler?
Yes. Yes, I believe I have.
Then hold tight. This'll be the real article.
I'm ready, Dudley.
Good man. Well, say goodbye, Fowler. Say goodbye to 1950.
We went off with a shattering jar, with the machine swaying under us. The walls of Dr. Dudley's laboratory suddenly fell away, and night was speeding after day like the flapping of a black wing. I saw the sun hopping across the sky, leaping swiftly across it every second, and every second marking a day. I saw the moon spinning through her quarters like a ball, from new to full, all in the twinkling of an eye. trees grew and blossomed like puffs of smoke, and then passed away. All the while we were going faster. Now our pace was a year a second, so that second by second the white snow flashed across the world and was followed by the bright, brief spring. And still we went on, into the future.
How do you feel, Fowler?
Very weak, very dizzy.
Don't let go, don't fall off.
Where are we? How far have we come?
We're in 100,050, and 60, and 70.
That's enough! Stop it, Dudley! I can't stand anymore! Stop it!
Fowler, you all right?
Yes, I believe so. No broken bones. What happened?
Not sure. Must have stopped too suddenly.
Where are we, Dudley?
Look around for yourself. A wide lawn and a beautiful, vast garden.
No, I meant geographically.
Just where we were when we started, where my laboratory stood 100,000 years ago.
And the year, Dudley? What is the year now?
100,080.
It seemed absolutely incredible. A dream, but a pleasant one, for the garden in which we found ourselves was beautiful and summery, with an unexpected perfume about it, almost like platine. At some distance, we could see a large and imposing building, and everything was quiet and peaceful, but almost too much so. And the sense of strangeness, of incredible strangeness, sent a shiver up my spine.
100,080. Fowler, do you want to go back?
Yes, I rather think I do. Let's go back. Dudley.
From over there, in the bushes.
It sounded human.
Come on!
Why, it's a child. Seems to be a very small girl.
There's been a beast here of some kind struggled with her. Look at the marks in her arms.
Now, my dear, you'll be all right now. You won't be harmed. Of course, you won't understand English.
Motioning us to go with her.
Yeah. What about the animal? Did you see it?
No, not a glimpse. Too fast for us.
Perhaps we'd better go back, Dudley. The girl seems to be all right now.
Leave her like this?
Yes, I've had enough.
Well, they haven't, old man. Because they're here. All around us.
They had crept up on soundless feet to surround us. The little people of this era. And the girl we'd saved was not a child, but a full-grown woman. For they all stood 4 feet high, dressed in simple tunics. Beautiful creatures, but terribly frail, with a plump, soft kind of frailty. They were like eerie figures in a dream, and all we could hear was the rustling of their clothes as they surged happily around us, their faces wreathed in smiles. Why, they're not savage at all. They're very loving and gentle little people.
Yes. There's something terribly wrong with them.
How do you mean?
Seem to have the minds of 5-year-olds.
Well, how do you expect them to be?
Far ahead of us, of course. Incredibly ahead of us in knowledge and in science. Look at them. Children.
But they seem happy in this huge garden of theirs. Dudley, I've changed my mind. Let's stay. Maybe we shall enjoy spending a few days with our little friends. The little people led us home into their valley. They lived in colossal buildings, sleeping all together in one huge hall, eating in another, playing and frolicking together in the sunshine. And we lived with them for days in utter contentment. One afternoon, Dudley and I walked along the banks of the great river.
Little people all wear the same clothes, the same soft, hairless skin, same feminine roundness of limbs.
Yes. I wonder if it's because they're vegetarians.
They're vegetarians because they have to be. You haven't run across any horses or dogs, cattle of any kind, have you?
No, now that you mention it.
With good reason. All extinct by now. Just as the dinosaur is with us.
Dudley, there's something strange here. Something hidden away and silent. here in the year 100,080.
Felt the same way. I've taken the precaution of removing the control levers of the time machine, putting a master padlock on the main switches.
Oh.
Don't much fancy the idea of someone riding away with it into another century and leaving us here for the rest of our lives.
Dudley, do you know where we are?
Yes, this is where we landed.
I thought so. Well, I wasn't sure.
Why did you ask?
What's happened to the machine?
What? But they've taken it away. They've stolen it.
This is where it was. It's right here.
Look! Follow the tracks. Here where they've dragged it. Over here. Come along. Down this path. Look. Right there. The monument.
There's a brass doors in the base. Oh, they're locked.
The machine. It must be in there.
Yes.
Inside. We must get it. Break down the door.
How? How can we?
Here. Use the levers.
All right, try. It's more. No, it's no good, Dudley. They're solid. We'll never break through.
Never.
No.
Never.
We can't
You mean
break through here.
stay here all our
Try
lives?
again.
You mean never go home again? It must open the machine.
No.
Time machine.
The laughs that Red Skelton and Amos and Andy bring to CBS on Sunday nights are doubled, tripled, and quadrupled because of the friends, relatives, and strange acquaintances they bring with them. Hardly a Sunday night goes by but you meet Shorty, the Kingfish, Sapphire, and a whole host of Amos and Andy funny friends. Red Skelton generously gives time to Willie, Clem, and the rest of his laugh-provoking pals. You're invited to meet them all again tonight on most of these same stations when Red Skelton and his gang and Amos and Andy and their friends pack the house with mirth at CBS, the Star's address. And now we return you to Escape.
We were caught in the year 100,080. The time machine was gone. The brass doors of the monument held. Our retreat was cut off, the thin line by which we could make our way back home, back to our own time and our own people, back to 1950. We had no way of communicating with the little people, of asking what they had done with the machine or how to get it back. There was nothing hostile in their attitude. They were more like simple, wandering children. Only one, the young woman Weena, whose life we had saved on our first day, had become really friendly. She went with us wherever we walked and brought us presents of garlands, of flowers, slept near us at night in the hall, and we in turn had taught her a few words of English. Now we redoubled our efforts, like men racing against a clock, so that we might speak to her and discover the secret of our immense loss. We were talking to her one night after the others had gone to sleep.
No, not these, Dudley. No.
How can you be so sure your people didn't steal the machine? Aren't there any thieves among them? Are they all perfect?
No, not so loud, Dudley. You'll wake them. Besides, she doesn't understand.
The thief must be sleeping somewhere in this hall. Weena, they take machine.
No, Dudley. No.
Who then? Who?
We are friends.
Yes.
We must have machine.
Yes, Dudley. Yes.
Who took machine? Other people, not yours?
Other?
What about those doors, Weena? Doors open.
No.
Weena, machine in there must open.
No, not open.
Oh, all right, my dear. Go to sleep, get some rest.
Yes, Dudley. Sleep.
What's to become of us, Fowler? Are we caught here in this century? We spend our lives with the little people and their secret.
We'll go back to the monument tomorrow. We'll find a way of breaking in. Good night, Dudley. Dudley?
Yes.
Did you just... There it was again.
What?
Something. On my face.
Huh?
Cold, filthy to the touch. On my face and in my hair, as cold as death. Dudley!
You're right. There's something in here with us.
Smells of the grave. What was it?
I don't know. But look at them. Look at the little people. They're all awake. It's as though they've been stampeded.
Let's get out of here. I want some fresh air. We went quickly through the hall and outside, away from the frantic rustling of the little people. The moon was full, just overhead, and it was close to dawning. There was a faint sound speeding close behind us, and we turned, our nerves ragged, our muscles tensed. But it was only Weena, coming swiftly to join us.
Dudley, afraid.
And then there is
Dark.
something.
What do you mean, Weena? Dark? What?
Dark thing. Dark place. Night.
Why should they be afraid of the night, Dudley?
It's not the night alone. Dark place, that's our cue. But perhaps it's something underground.
It was another day. We had wandered into a lovely wooded place about a mile from the community. And suddenly Weena screamed.
Fire!
We stopped short. A pair of glaring eyes were fixed upon us. As we stood there, petrified, the thing, a little ape-like figure, rushed across our path and disappeared in a clearing about 30 yards away. What was it?
I couldn't see it too well. It seemed to be a dull white with white hair on its head and down its back.
It looked like a small ape.
It was running on all fours, with its arms held very low.
Weena, what was it?
Morlocks. Morlocks.
Who are the Morlocks? What are they? Weena, tell me.
No.
Let's go over there and see where it disappeared. Come along, fella.
In the clearing, we found a round, well-like opening. Dudley and I leaned over and looked down a deep shaft. A small white creature was retreating down a ladder in the well, like a human spider, its large, bright eyes watching me as it went swiftly down. Then it disappeared in the shaft.
Fowler, did you see it? Like an ape.
Yes, but also like a man.
So there are two species of men in this world.
Yes.
The little people above the ground and this obscene thing, this bleached monster below.
That white look, common to animals that live in the dark. Like huge rats, like worms that are cold to the touch. I know, because they've touched
Fowler,
me.
you can feel the air being sucked down into this shaft.
Yes.
The earth must be tunneled enormously here under our feet. These monsters must live in the tunnels.
I think we know now who stole our time machine.
Yes.
Then
we'll go down and have a look.
No, not go.
Why not,
go.
Weena?
Morlocks, you never come back.
We must have our machine, my dear. And you wait for us here.
No.
And so we went down, our heels ringing on the small metallic bars that were meant for creatures so much smaller than us. Down we climbed, down, ever in darkness. Down, it seemed, into the center of the earth, into the core of the world. How much longer?
Won't know until we reach bottom. Can't be much further. Do you hear that? Like machinery. We're almost there.
Well, thank heaven for that.
All right, fella, I'm on the bottom. Come along, just a few more steps. Now, give me your hand, fella. Good.
Yeah.
Good. We're here.
Yes, in the land of the Morlocks.
Do you have a match?
Yes, here.
Seems to be a large vaulted cavern at the end of this passage.
What do you suppose they'll do if they catch us?
I've no idea. Better take care not to be caught. Another match.
That throbbing noise.
Probably their ventilating system pumping the air down. There must be thousands upon thousands of these Morlocks living under the earth.
We haven't seen any yet, except for our friend who came down ahead of us. Why do you suppose they wanted our time machine?
I think they wanted us, not the machine.
And we've come to them.
We must. It's our only chance. Fowler, if that noise does come from air pumps...
Yeah?
Why is it so stuffy here, so oppressive?
Dudley. That smell.
Blood. Light another match.
Dudley, look. Straight ahead, on the white metal table.
Set for a meal.
Yes. With a small haunch. Meat.
We know that the cattle are extinct.
Then, what do they feed on, these Morlocks?
Don't you know?
Yes, I know.
Oh. Another match?
Yes, here. Oh, Dudley, I have no more. I've used our last match.
Oh. All right, we'll have to go back then. We know the secret now, anyway. These Morlocks living here, underground, are the masters of this age. And our friends up above, fatted cattle, fed by the Morlocks, clothed, supplied, and housed until the day when they're cut out of the herd and brought underground as food. This is the future you're looking at. This is what we men of the 20th century shall come to.
Dudley!
What is it?
I felt hands. Cold hands.
Take one of these levers.
Yes, give him.
Use it as a weapon. Lash out. Against this wall, Fowler, here beside me.
They're moving in.
Fight them. Use the lever, man. Use the lever.
Dudley, they're all around us.
This way. Fowler, this way. Back this way.
We went back in that evil darkness, fighting every step as we went.
By my side.
Back to those projecting bars, kicking and clawing ourselves loose from their pallid, grasping hands. And climbing up again, up toward daylight and freedom, away from their stench and the eagerness of their icy hands. And they did not follow, for daylight was their enemy and their great fear. And we lived among the lush gardens of the little people like prisoners, like men without reprieve, like men who are dead, though they still walk the earth. For the time machine was locked away behind great brass doors, and we knew we could never force them open. Then one day, Weena told us of an old building, an ancient sagging structure that had survived through many ages and was filled with many curious objects.
A museum, that's what it must be. A museum, Fowler. Perhaps from some earlier time.
I'm in no mood to go looking at a museum.
Don't you see?
What?
Specimens hermetically sealed in museums. Perhaps there are things, weapons, machinery, something we can use.
Yes, of course. If we could find some dynamite or gunpowder or something.
We could blast those doors, we could get in.
Where is this place, Weena? This old building that no one ever goes near?
I take you. It's not far.
A chance, old man. A slim one, but a chance nonetheless.
All day we wandered through the great ruined halls. The building had been deserted, unused for perhaps a century. The childlike men of that time had long since ceased to care about anything but their own personal comforts. It was late afternoon and growing dark when we came upon the chemical section. We had found nothing useful to us until then, and now came the worst disappointment of all.
And it's dust. All of it. Been dust for centuries.
Another dead end. It's hopeless.
We were out of our heads to hope that nitrates would retain their form for 100,000 years.
We go now? There's nothing here.
Oh, wait just a moment. Something in this case.
Well, you can break it with your lever.
Stand back a little.
All right.
Box of matches. Hermetically sealed.
Now, wait, let me see. Well, they're perfect. But they're not even damp.
What shall we do with them? Burn down those brass doors?
Well, you'd better keep them. You can't tell.
Fowler.
What?
On the floor, you see them?
Where?
Small, narrow footprints leading away into the darkness at the end of this gallery.
Dudley!
We'd better go.
Pick Ween up and carry her. We'll have to run for us.
Now, don't be frightened, my dear. It'll be all right.
Go on, run!
We came out of the gloom of that place into the deeper gloom of dusk. And suddenly we saw. We were trapped. All around us were the Morlocks. They were there by the thousand, surrounding us. and coming closer in a long, even line of deathly white, their eyes blinking in the half-light, their tiny mouths alive with appetite.
Fowler, the matches!
I have them.
Just light a fire. Here, please. Here. Hurry, man, the forest is dry. Hurry, man. We'll have an inferno here in a minute. Our little friends don't like light or heat.
The fire leaped high to the heavens, and the countryside was ablaze. The Morlocks turned in fear, blinded by the glare. Some of them blundered into the middle of the raging flames, and the rest faded away like a fog. Dudley had left a narrow passageway for our retreat, and we fled down a long corridor of leaping flames and blistering heat. We fled to safety toward the community of the little people. As we ran, we passed the huge monument with its great bronze doors that were locked tight in our time machine. And suddenly, in the glare of the distant fires, we saw something that stopped us short.
They're open! Fowler, the doors are open!
No, not go in. Dudley, no.
It's a trap. They're there waiting for us inside.
Waiting or not, we're going in.
Dudley, it's suicide.
It'll take me 1 minute to screw the levers on again, then I touch them and we're away.
All right, I'll try to give you your 1
Good
minute.
boy.
No, go. Not leave me.
No, you, my dear, you hold tight around my neck. You're coming home with us.
All right, let's go. We're in. Oh, look, the machine, they haven't harmed it.
I don't see them yet.
Come on now, quickly.
The doors, Dudley. They're closed.
Get in the seat, I'll be ready in a moment.
I waited for the hum that would signal our departure. And there in the darkness, the Morlocks were finally upon us. Cold, persistent fingers swarmed over my body, tugging at me, sucking me away from the machine. I held tight to Weena as a man holds fast to life, and tried to kick them away with my feet. Hurry, Dudley, hurry!
I to get these levers quickly or we're done. One more turn and it's in. There, Fowler, we're away, we're gone.
Yes, we made it.
Are you all right?
I'm all right.
Good. And Weena?
Weena isn't with us.
What happened?
They tore her from my hands at the last minute. They got her. I tried to save her, but I couldn't. I still have a piece of her tunic here in my fist. Little piece of her tunic, Dudley. Nothing else. And so we came home again. Back into the very minute from which we had left. Back into 12 noon, October 22nd, 1950. We were in Dudley's laboratory again, motionless, sitting on the ridiculous contraption which he has called a time machine. Was it all a dream? Did any of it happen? Could any of it happen? Oh, of course not. How stupid. Then what of this? What of this little piece of thin green silk I hold in my hand?
Escape is produced and directed by Norman MacDonald. Today we have brought you The Time Machine by H.G. Wells, adapted for radio by Irving Ravitch, and starring John Daner as Fowler and Larry Dobkin as Dudley, with Georgia Ellis as Weena. The special music for Escape was arranged and played by Ivan Ditmars.
Next week, escape with us to a small fishing boat off the California coast and a night of terror and death at the hands of a brilliant madman, as Bud A. Nelson tells it in his exciting story, 7 Hours to Freedom.
Hollywood star Dick Powell plays Paul Revere and takes Charlie McCarthy with him on his historic ride tonight on CBS. Charlie's flunked his history course, so Bergen has asked Dick Powell to help him out. The historic ride becomes hysteric as Charlie, Bergen, and Dick try to reenact the famous ride. Listen tonight on most of these same CBS stations. Stay tuned now for Make-Believe Town. This is Roy Rowan speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Come in. Welcome. Welcome to Mystery Theater. I am Hyman Brown. In the mythology of ancient Greece, Hypnos, the god of sleep, and Thanos, the god of death, were twin brothers, and for good reason. When you turn off the light beside your bed and snuggle down under the sheets for a good night's rest, you'll finally slowly drift off into a form of unconsciousness. This blacking out, this easing into a shapeless form of non-existence, gives you an inkling, a kind of preview of what it may mean to enter the doorway of sleep's shadowy brother, death.
The brown-purple blood gathered in a swift bead trickling over my side. I could see it. Forrest flung the scalpel aside and began to shout.
Ice! Ice! Quick, somebody let me have some ice! Lots of it!
Even though my body still clung to me there on the operating table by the merest thread, I knew that Dr. Forrest, in spite of all his skill, had murdered me.
Our mystery drama, The Long, Long Sleep, was suggested by a short story of H.G. Wells and was especially written for the Mystery Theater by Arnold Moss. It stars Larry Haynes. I'll be back shortly with Act One. When destiny decides that a man's time has run out, when a gaunt figure menacingly emerges from the half-darkness, his face cloaked under a huge black cowl and his long, bony finger beckons you to join him, how can you be sure whether or not you are ready? By what signs do you recognize this to be the final, the eternal sleep, the sleep from which no one awakens? It is the night of December 31st, and Norman Hill and his wife Laurie, a couple in their middle 50s, are at home, alone.
New Year's Eve, the end and the beginning. For the first time ever, Laurie and I had decided to stay home together. Why? I wasn't really sure. But there was an unknown something that was bothering me. Only a couple of minutes to go, Laurie.
Oh, and another year will have gone by.
Mm-hmm. You don't feel bad about our not going out?
Norman, of course not. What we're doing makes the only sense. This is perfect.
Yeah. Just the two of us alone. In an apartment that's begging to be painted.
Well, I'll have the painters in any day now, I promise.
Okay.
Ooh, now let's get to that jar of caviar.
Right, and real, imported champagne, the best that money can buy.
Now, when you get the promotion they've been promising you at the office.
Yeah, and the very good chance of my book being picked up as a paperback.
Oh, Norman, I'm a very lucky woman. And I love you very much.
And, Laurie, I love you.
Still, after all these years, you don't want to trade me in for a later model?
Not just yet, dear. But I'm delighted to be stuck with what I've got. For a while, anyway.
Well, thank you, darling. You're still very sweet and so romantic.
And this is it.
Oh, have some of the toast and caviar.
Yes, of course. Oh, it's great. It's wonderful. Happy New Year, darling.
Oh, Happy New Year to you.
And with luck, to another 30 years together.
Well, at the very least, I'll drink to that.
To us.
What is it, Norman? What's wrong? Norman? What's happening? What can I get you? Norman? Speak to me. What is it? Norman? Norman, darling. Open your eyes. You're frightening me. Are you all right?
Where? Laurie.
Oh, everything's going to be all right. You started to drink your champagne. You began to choke. And suddenly you passed out.
For long?
5, 10 seconds, maybe. You all right now?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just fine. I think.
Has this happened before, Norman?
I didn't want to worry you.
Recently?
The last couple of weeks, 2 or 3 times.
Oh.
Once at lunch with a couple of the fellas from the office.
Have you been in pain?
No, not really.
Well, you've got to see a doctor.
Yeah, I suppose so. Maybe I will.
No maybes, Norman. Tomorrow morning you make an appointment with Forrest Haddon.
What, New Year's Day? It's a holiday, even for doctors.
Well, then the next day, Tuesday.
Yeah. All right, maybe it's not a bad idea. I'll call him at home.
Norman, you just scared the living daylights out of me.
Yeah, I guess I did. Anyway, Happy New Year, darling, to both of us. Laurie was scared, and I was, too. If you've made up your mind you want to go on living, then you make up your mind to follow the rules, the doctor's rules. Forrest Haddon, who was one of my closest and most trusted friends, put me through the most thorough physical examination I'd ever had in my life. Every test in the book. And then a few days later, at his office.
Norman, I've never kidded any of my patients, least of all you. I don't see the point.
When, Forrest? How soon?
The operation? Yesterday, Norman. No. The longer we wait, the greater the chance we take.
We?
Do they suspect at the office?
No, of course not.
And, Laurie?
Laurie is something else.
Oh, what do you say?
I'm all yours, Dr. Haddon, I guess.
I've already called the hospital. They can take you Thursday morning.
That's day after tomorrow.
I wouldn't wait, Norman.
Okay. Then Thursday morning it is. And, the odds of my survival, of my, pulling through?
Oh, I'm a doctor, Norman, not a gambler. I don't give odds.
But if you did?
All right, I'd say an even 50-50.
No worse?
No worse. You be at the hospital Thursday morning at 8, admitting room. Where are you headed now?
The office, then home. Think I'll walk. Clear my head a bit.
Do you mind if I walk along with you? You were my last patient.
No, of course not first.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. You're afraid I'm about to dissolve into a huge mess of self-pity and despair, aren't you, Forrest? I might take it into my head to do something rash, right?
Could be.
And if I did?
Oh, that would be very foolish. Oh, what would be the sense?
None. No, Forrest, you're wrong. At this moment, I feel absolutely nothing. Not self-pity, not despair, nothing. Just a big emptiness. As if I were already dead. This afternoon, as I walked along with Forrest Haddon, facing the possibility of my own death, was all very strange. Every deep, passionate feeling I might have had, depression, fear, resentment, anger, was in some curious way drained out of me. There was nothing left inside me except a bloodless, tranquil resignation to a 50-50 chance of the inevitable.
Now, there's no point in minimizing the danger, Norman. It's a very tricky, delicate procedure. Oh, I'm not an alarmist, you know that. I know what I'm doing, and I'll be working with a team
And
of
as we
experts.
trudged through the snow across from the park toward my office, Forrest kept on assuring me that my life was in the most capable hands. But I couldn't get over the feeling that here I was, living in the very real shadow of death, without my being able to do a thing about it, to control in any way what was happening to me. And what surprised me most was the fact that I was unmoved by the whole thing. I was cool. I was calm until...
Norman, look out! Move!
Well, what happened?
That big pot with a plant in it must have toppled off the roof of that penthouse. The wind must have blown it.
It's a good thing you saw it coming, Forrest, and pushed me out of the way.
Yes, just in time.
It missed my head by
Could have
inches.
split your skull right in two. Well, come on, let's not stand here, Norman. Let's move before anything else happens.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Forrest. Thank you very much. For a moment, I'd been brought back to reality. And then a minute later, that same dullness, the feeling of being isolated from the rest of the world, began to take over again.
I think that's wonderful about your book, Norman. You know, I don't see how you manage it. A full-time...
Forrest kept on talking about my work, possibly to get my mind off whatever was wrong with me. We kept walking through the slush and snow, and I was oblivious to what was going on. I remember starting to cross the street, and then...
Norman! What are you doing? Come back here. The light was against you. If the brakes on that fellow's car hadn't held, you'd have been killed.
Yes, I suppose so. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking, Forrest. My mind, on other things.
Of course, I'm aware of that, but for Pete's sake, Norm, what are you trying to do?
My office is in that building over there. I think I'd like to sit in the park alone, if you don't mind, Forrest, before I go up.
Oh, sure, Norman.
I appreciate your company. It was very thoughtful. I'll, see you day after tomorrow at the hospital.
8 a.m.
Admitting room. Thanks again, Forrest.
And whatever you do, you take it easy, please.
I sat down on one of the park benches, and I must have dozed off into a kind of dream. I thought I saw myself actually dead, withered, tattered, one eye pecked out by birds. Through the trees, I saw a vision of the resurrection. A flat plain of writhing graves and rolling tombstones. The rising dead seemed unable to breathe as they struggled upward through the frozen snow out of the earth. After no more than a minute, I came to and started for my office. Now, what was the sense of not quite being connected with what was happening? Was this some weird anticipation, a presentiment of my own death to come? The falling flower pot, my walking in front of that automobile, were they triggered by something that was making me withdraw from all reality, all sense, instincts, even of self-preservation? Before that cold and bony hand was laid on mine, I had no way of knowing.
A certain soothsayer warned Julius Caesar to be on his guard against a great peril, a peril that could lead to his death on the day of the month the Romans called the Ides of March. When that day came and Caesar went on his way to the Senate, he passed a soothsayer on the street and said to him, "The Ides of March have come, and nothing terrible has happened to me." The soothsayer answered, "Yes, the Ides have come, but they are not yet gone." Mystery Theater will be back shortly with Act 2. Death is the veil which those who live call life. They sleep, and it is lifted. That was written by one of our great poets. But do those words apply to Norman Hill? Or are the words of Aesop, the teller of fables, more appropriate? He said, "Better die once and for all than to live in a continual terror of death." On a bitterly cold winter's day, Norman sits alone on a park bench, taking the measure of death.
The year was only a few days old, the beginning of things. I wandered slowly out of the park toward my office. Children were romping with their sleds in the fresh snow and the winter sun, gathering strength and experience for the business of life. And I kept thinking, I have been part of all this. And for all I know, I'm nearly done with it now. I walked through the doors of my office, and a curious thing, no one paid any attention to me. Not a soul even looked up from his desk to greet me. It was as if I weren't there. I couldn't understand it. Had I suddenly become invisible or what? I got to my own little cubicle of an office, and I felt a sharp jab of pain just below the heart. My office was bare, completely bare. The chair and the desk were gone, the carpeting, my books, the pictures on the walls, everything. My nameplate on the door, even that had been removed. And for the first time since leaving the doctor's office, I lost the feeling I'd had. That feeling of numbness. Oh, what's been happening here? Where are my things? Huh? Will somebody talk to me? Talk to me!
Hey, easy, Norm. Take it easy. Relax.
Now, Mr. Lewis, what is this? Just look at my office.
Surprise!
Surprise? Now, for Pete's sake, what on earth are you talking about? I'm sorry. Excuse me for shouting. I didn't mean to yell.
Oh, that's perfectly all right. We may have overdone things a bit. We had no idea you'd take it this way.
Take what? What way?
Your promotion.
My what?
Oh, my boy, the way you handled our new account, that was absolutely brilliant. No one in the office could have done it the way you did. And so the board and I decided to kick you up to an executive vice presidency. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Wonderful, Mr. Lewis. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's why we had them clear out your old office. The big one in the corner, over there. That's yours. All new furnishings. Your personal things are already in.
Well, you know, for a minute there with nobody in the office even looking at me.
That was part of the act, part of the surprise.
Yeah, well, I must say you threw a real scare into me. I had the feeling maybe I wasn't really here, that none of those things was actually happening.
Oh, they're happening all right, Mr. Vice President. I hope you'll be with us for a very long, long time.
Well, that, Mr. Lewis, at the moment is a little questionable.
Questionable?
Well, I'll know better on Thursday morning.
Now, look, we're ready to match any offer anyone else is making you.
No, I doubt that you could match this one, Mr. Lewis. Anyway, I wouldn't call it an offer. Not exactly. On my way home, I found myself lost again in a shifting maze of thoughts about death. I felt more and more certain that on Thursday morning, I was going to die under the operation. Laurie? You home, dear? It's me. My wife wasn't home. She was shopping, of course. Shopping. At this time, something very odd was going on. The chairs, the sofa were all covered with big white sheets. Every surface of every table had been cleared. The drapes had been taken down. And that dull stab of pain hit me once again in the pit of the stomach. I started for the bedroom to change my clothes. Hello?
So glad to find you in at last. Been trying to get you all afternoon.
Who is this? Who's calling?
About the arrangements. The director wasn't quite clear about one or two of the details.
What arrangements? Which details? Who is this?
First, he wasn't altogether certain how many limousines you had ordered.
Limousines?
The remains will be properly embalmed, of course, as ordered. But was it your desire to have the lid of the casket of the departed left open or closed?
Now, will you, for heaven's sake, tell me who this is?
Sir, you are not answering my question.
Now, before I hang up on you for the last time, who are you? Who is this?
The Golden Rule Funeral Services, of course. Serving families, as you know, with dignity and sympathy at all modest costs since 1898. This is the secretary of the director speaking, Mrs. Havencastle.
Funeral services? Why are you calling us?
Well, isn't this Mr. Yamashita? Mr. Shizuki Shamashita? Or have I, by some mischance, got a wrong number?
Oh, sister, have you got a wrong number?
Sorry, terribly sorry.
I drifted back into the bedroom.
Is that you, dear? Oh, what a surprise. What a big surprise.
Laurie? Have you been home all this time?
Well, of course, in the other bedroom, trying on a couple of new dresses I bought. I had the door shut.
Is that one of the new dresses?
Mm-hmm. What do you think? And what are you doing home? At this time of day, that is.
Well, it's been a long day. A pretty full day, too. I saw Forrest Haddon this morning. He had the x-rays, lab reports, everything.
And?
And he's operating on me Thursday morning.
That soon?
Yeah, my chances of getting through the operation are no been 50-50, Forrest says. Laurie, at the office, I've been promoted. Executive vice president. New office, new everything.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, vice president. Maybe for one whole day.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I could be dead day after tomorrow.
Norman, dear, worrying about it isn't going to help. Now, both of us, we have to think positively. And feeling sorry for yourself won't help.
You know, a strange phone call as I came in. Funeral parlor.
What?
Yeah, it was the wrong number, they said. Now, Laurie, what on earth is going on here? Now, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong.
Norman, you're hurting me. Let go of me, please. What's the matter with you?
Why have you got sheets all over the furniture? Why is everything cleaned up and put away? As if we or you were going on a long trip someplace, as if I were making arrangements to close down the place. Now, why?
Darling, you know as well as I do. The painters are coming in to do the apartment tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow?
No, try to control yourself. I know the strain you've been under. It's not been easy for me either.
I don't know. Your whole attitude since I came in, like I was speaking to a stranger, the way you look at me, the way you talk.
It's all in your mind.
As if for some reason you were frightened of me. As though you were looking at a ghost. Somebody who'd come back from the grave.
Norman.
That dress you're wearing.
What about
Well, when
it?
you take it off, that's what a widow wears, isn't it? You're in mourning for me already.
Oh, Norman, you can't mean what you're saying.
That's a black dress. It's black. Out of respect for the dead.
Let me turn on the lights. Now, what color is my dress, Norman?
It's blue. It's blue, isn't it? Kind of a navy blue. I thought it was black. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Laurie, what's wrong with me?
Oh, you're upset, Norman. Terribly upset. And you have every reason, every right to be. Oh, look, darling, why don't you lie down for a bit?
You know, when Forrest told me about my chances of pulling through, my body, my mind, everything seemed to go numb, lifeless. As if this were about to happen to somebody else, not to me. And then it suddenly hit me. This is happening to me. And I'm afraid.
A nap. A nap before dinner will do you a world of good. Put all those dreadful thoughts out of your head. And in the morning?
In the morning, nothing will have changed. Nothing. But in the morning, after tossing frantically in my bed all night without even a minute's sleep, I had an idea that I thought might put my mind at ease. Laurie, let's drive up to Avalon.
Avalon?
Uh-huh.
The cemetery?
Yes, exactly.
You want to drive to the cemetery in this rainstorm? We'll be drowned.
Darling, I'd like to go. I'd just like to walk around and look at the family gravestones. You know, the whole families. I don't know why, but I think it'll make me feel better.
Well, if that's what you want, dress warmly. Oh, it'll be freezing up there. And we'll take 2 umbrellas.
Thank you, Laurie. In less than an hour, we were at Avalon Cemetery, where my family had been buried for over 100 years. And we stood there before the big family plot while the wind almost tore our words away and the rain drummed down on our 2 black umbrellas.
Oh, keep your coat buttoned tight around your neck.
Yeah, that's Grandfather Curtis over there, my mother's father. Christopher Curtis, born 1859, died 1911.
That big headstone over there?
Yeah, my father's father, my great-grandfather, Charles Robert Hill, born 1838, died 1863, only 25. Killed at the Battle of Chickamauga in the Civil War.
The lettering on some of these stones is so worn you can hardly read them. This is your father's grave over here, isn't it? And next to him, your mother.
Yes, that's right. And right behind them, over there... No. Oh, no. I don't believe it.
Oh, Norman, what is it?
Next to Grandfather Hill's. That's impossible.
What are you talking about?
The letters are badly worn, but you can still see the name. Norman Hill. Laurie, the grave we're looking at is mine.
At this moment, it would seem that his fear of death has led Norman Hill to the point where he questions whether or not he is still alive. With Shakespeare's Prince of Denmark, he may be thinking, "For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come, when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause." There's the respect that makes calamity of so long a life. Mystery Theater will be back shortly. To Norman Hill, under the dark shadow of a fate he sees as fairly certain, death has suddenly become defiant, perceptible, real. So much so that he is beginning to doubt whether he is still alive, or perhaps he has fallen into the kind of deep sleep that is death without dying, living but not life. He and his wife Laurie, on a windy, rain-swept morning, stand in a corner of a cemetery, looking at the cold gray headstones over the graves of Norman's family.
What you see? Right behind those other gravestones over there. Oh, no, I don't believe it.
Norman, what is it?
That headstone next to my grandfather's. It's impossible.
What are you talking about?
The letters are badly worn. You can barely make out the name, but look closely. It says Norman Hill. Laurie, the grave we're looking at is mine.
Norman, be sensible. Now, get closer to it. Look again.
No, it's so hard to see in the rain.
Well, look at it. Look at the letters. Look at the dates.
Born 1859. That's Grandma Hill. That's my grandmother's grave.
Of course. And her name
Her name was Norma. I was named after her. That's what the headstone reads, N-O-R-M-A. The extra N I thought I read. It just isn't there.
Darling, it's cold.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be more sensible to go back home now before we both come down with pneumonia?
The next morning, I was up at dawn. I'd been awake and hot and thirsty all night long. The glow of pain under my ribs seemed more massive than ever.
We better go, Norman.
Sure. On the dot of 8, I checked into the admitting room at the hospital. I kissed Laurie. Was it goodbye? After what seemed like an eternity of details of preparation, I was finally placed on a table and wheeled into the operating room. Forrest Haddon, in his operating greens, was standing over me.
Good morning, Norman. How do you feel?
All right, I guess. Will it hurt much?
No, not a bit. You'll be out cold under a general anesthetic. And your heart's as sound as a bell, so we don't have to worry about that.
Oh, that's good.
All right, now, Norman. Start counting backwards. Begin with 100.
Backwards.
100, 99.
98. 97.
It's very good, Norman. Excellent.
96.
Mm-hmm.
95. Mm-hmm. 94.
Just breathe normally.
93.
It's fine.
92.
Fine.
91. I knew I'd never come out of the ether. Just as I was going under, I think I heard Forrest say to one of his assistants,
"We've got to be extra careful. One little slip of the knife into a branch, any branch of the portal vein, and we're out of luck."
I could still make out his words. This was my last moment of awareness, my last act of consciousness. 73, 72, 71. And then, a great silence. A monstrous silence. An impenetrable blackness came over me. There must have been an interval of absolute unconsciousness, seconds, maybe minutes. Then I realized I was not dead. I was still in my body. But all the sensations that make up the background of consciousness had gone. I do not think I saw. I do not think I heard, but I was aware of everything that was going on. Forrest was bending over me. The lower part of his face was masked. Behind his glasses, his eyes were intent, unmoving, glued onto whatever he was doing.
Stand by with suction. Scalpel.
I saw him reach for the scalpel, a large one. I saw him slice into my flesh with swift dexterity. It was interesting to see myself being cut into as if I were a drum of cheese without the slightest bit of pain. I was looking into Forrest's eyes, into his mind, his brain. I could see that he was being extremely careful, afraid of cutting a branch. What do you call it? Oh, yes, a branch of the portal vein, and ending my life right there and then. I could read his thoughts in his eyes.
You're right, Norman. Absolutely right. I'm struggling between the two possibilities of either cutting too little or cutting too much. And I'm afraid.
And then, suddenly, like an escape of water from under a floodgate, I could see a great, swirling uprush of horrible realization in Forrest's eyes.
Damn! The vein! I've cut into the vein!
The brown-purple blood gathered in a swift bead trickling over my side. Forrest flung the scalpel aside and began to shout,
"Ice! Ice! Quick, ice! Lots of it! And hand me that clamp!"
Thoughts rushed through my mind with incredible speed, but with perfect clarity. Even though my body still clung to me by the merest thread, I knew that in spite of all his skill, Forrest had killed me. I was aware of a growing pull upon me, as though some huge magnet were drawing me out of my body. The doctor, his assistants, the nurses seemed to have vanished. And I was in midair, flying swiftly upward. And the circle of scenery beneath me grew wider and wider. And the sky became deeper and richer in color, until in no time at all, it had become a terrifying black, as dark and foreboding as no blackness I had ever beheld before. An innumerable host of stars broke out upon the sky, and then as from nowhere, the sun suddenly appeared, wiping out the darkness, an incredibly strange and wonderful disk of blue white light, rimmed about with a fringe of writhing tongues of red fire.
Turn away, Norman. Don't look at it. Protect your eyes.
How do I do that?
Put your hands over your eyes.
Just a minute. Who are you? Where are we?
I'm here to help you.
Why, I can't see you. I have the feeling that I've not left the Earth, but that the Earth is pulling away, leaving me.
It's interesting that you should notice so soon.
Well, not only the Earth, but the whole solar system seems to be streaming past me. I wonder if scattered in the wake of the Earth there must be others like me, maybe millions and millions of them floating through space, the same as I am.
That's altogether possible.
Well, suppose I should collide into some of them.
Oh, that's not very likely.
Why not?
The space through which you're all traveling, you and they, is infinite. It has no beginning. It has no end. Plenty of room for all of you.
Look, the North Star. Over there, the Little Dipper. And isn't that the Southern Cross? It's so clear, so big.
You know your stars.
Well, you see, in my latest book, Lost in the Stars, I called it.
Yes?
Oh, I shouldn't be talking about my book, not now. Oh, my. Such color. As though the light were coming from a world of sapphires and that big red one down there, like a brilliant ruby rushing up to us.
That's Mars. And that one is Venus.
Oh, yes. And the one with the little moons around it and all those rings.
Saturn, of course.
Oh, yes.
And those rings are all crystals of ice. Now, with luck, we get to the interesting part.
Oh, and what's that?
Outside and beyond your solar system. Past all the planets you know.
With luck. What does that mean? Where are we? Where have we come to?
To the edge of the outer universe.
It was hard to believe what I was seeing. Faster and faster, one galaxy after another rushed by, a hurry of whirling fireballs speeding into the endless void of space. Countless unfamiliar planets and constellations circled about me, catching the light in some ghostly fashion, and then vanished into non-existence. I had at last reached the complete wilderness of space. And now, at last, I knew what happens when you leave this earthly life. The long, long sleep. Now I knew what it felt like to be dead. Suddenly, I was no longer a detached observer. I was terrified, thrown into an intolerable darkness, horror, and despair, because I knew now I didn't want to leave the Earth so soon. I knew now I wanted to live. And again, I heard that same voice.
Norman, you see that little speck of light?
Yes?
Keep your eye on it.
It's growing bigger. It's more distinct, like a pale brown cloud of some kind. Now, it's funny.
Funny?
The shape of it, I think I've seen something like it somewhere before. It's like,
Yes?
like a clenched fist.
Do you see anything else?
Yes, the fist, the hand, is holding a stick, a shiny white stick of some kind, but nothing is very clear, nothing is in focus. And above the hand, there's a little circle of light, sort of phosphorescent. The stick and the hand are just below it.
You'll be all right, Norman. Everything's going to be all right.
All right.
And there will be no pain, Norman. No pain ever again.
Why? How?
You may live to be 115, Norman, and able to eat and drink almost anything. The operation, I'm happy to say, has been 100% successful.
Forrest Haddon, my doctor, was standing beside me. I was in a hospital bed. The circle of light I'd been looking at was the face of a clock on the wall. And the white rod was the railing at the foot of the bed.
Norman, darling. Oh, thank heavens it's all over.
Laurie, I'm alive.
Of course you're alive. How do you feel?
I'm not sure. A little weak. See, I've been away for a while. Far away. On a rather long trip.
I know, dear. I know just what you mean.
You know what? I have a wonderful idea for my next book.
Oh, you mustn't talk. You must rest.
It's about this fella whose doctor starts to operate on him. A 50-50 chance of his making it. The doctor's knife slips. The patient sees the accident, realizes he's dead, goes off on a journey into space, sees all kinds of strange phenomena.
I'll be back shortly with a final thought. In recent days, there have been many heated discussions over the true definition of the word death. Biological death, where there is total cessation of all vital functions. Legal death, where many of these vital functions continue, but where there are no other signs of life as we know it. We leave the resolution of this question to the theologians, the scientists, even the lawyers. One thing we're almost sure of, along with Norman Hill: the journey to death may not only be terrifying, but it will also be very interesting.
Worried about the United Nations? Anxious about those bills piling up? Want to get away from it all?
CBS offers you Escape.
You are the victim of a native witch doctor, pursued from the west coast of Africa to the west end of London by the grinning face of a dead man. You are under the curse of a poorer man.
The Columbia Broadcasting System and its affiliated stations present Escape, produced and directed by William N. Robeson and carefully plotted to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
Tonight, we escape to the dark lowlands of West Africa and the mind of a man who scoffed at native magic, as H.G. Wells paints it in his gripping story, Pollock and the Poorer Man.
I had spent considerable time in Africa, but I have given little credence to the many superstitions of the natives there. Voodoo curses, weird incantations of witch doctors, and the like had always seemed a pretty silly business to me. But that was before the affair of Pollock and the Poorer Man. Even then, while the thing was happening, I took little notice. It was only when I got back to England some months later and went to see Pollock climbing up the 3 flights of stairs to his lonely bedroom that I began to realize the ghastly truth of it. One look at him was enough. I had never before seen a man so unnaturally wasted, so prematurely aged and broken, so eerily mad as this man lying on the bed and looking up at me with haggard eyes.
It was good of you to come, Waterhouse.
Nonsense, old chap. I just thought I'd look you up and say hello. But I had no idea I would find you ill.
Ill? Yes, I suppose I am ill. I suppose that's what you'd call it.
But what in heaven's name is the matter, Pollock?
I say, come closer, will you? I can barely see you.
Why, yes, of course. I'll just drop a chair and...
Oh, no, no!
Oh, Pollock, man, what's the matter?
Oh, no. Take it away. Take it away.
What are you talking about? What is it, man?
That thing in your hand. Take it away, please, for heaven's sake.
What?
Take it away.
In my hand?
Yes.
Pollock, this is only my hat.
Your hat?
Why, yes, of course. Just an ordinary black Homburg. Now, if its style is offensive to
no,
you...
No, I just put it on the table, the floor. Somewhere where I can't see it, please.
Well, of course, old man.
Yes, I suppose you think I'm mad.
Now, don't be.
I know you do. Everybody does. Because I'm used to it now. And the worst of it is, perhaps I am.
I say, Pollock.
Only I don't think so. Because I do see it. I don't care if no one else does. I can see it.
See what?
The head. That hideous face following me everywhere, grinning at me. And always upside down.
Pollock, what are you talking about?
You don't believe me either. Well, look at my wrist. It's broken. The bandage is still on it. That's real enough, isn't it?
Well, yes, of course. Broken, you say?
Yes. It did that. And my other accident, when I first got back to England, they said I walked in front of a bus, but I know better. It did that, too.
A head?
Exactly. You wouldn't expect to see a man's head come rolling down the middle of a busy street in London, now, would you?
Now, Pollock, you'd better lie back, rest a bit. I'll call a doctor.
Oh, you too. And I thought you might understand. After all, you were with me when it started. It was you who first warned me, who sent me home.
You don't mean that business with the Poorer Man?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. You remember how it started? We were camped at that little village on the lagoon behind the Turner Peninsula. It was swampy and hot, and I was bored to tears. Maybe that's why I did it. But anyway, when I got back, you were furious with me.
No, you're a fool, Pollock. You've got to take it back immediately, do you hear?
Oh, what possible difference could it make, Waterhouse? Why all this fuss, old boy? It's only a little wooden statue. Can't be worth anything except for a curio.
You're not that stupid, Pollock. You know very well this is a Poorer idol. You must have stolen it from the hut of a witch doctor.
Well, and what of it?
Don't you see? To them, this is sacred. As sacred as an altar cross to a Christian. You've not only committed a crime in their eyes, but a terrible sacrilege as well.
Oh, don't tell me they're going to sick their painted gods on me. Oh, I should be frightened to death.
Before they can do anything, you're going to take this back where you found it and apologize to the Poorer Man.
Apologize to an illiterate black witch man? Are you crazy?
Pollock, I've had about as much of you as I can stand. You're one of those infernal fools who think a black man isn't a human being. I can't turn my back, but you're running crossways to them, getting into some scrape or other. The 3rd time this month, and this time it's serious.
Are you telling me you're going to send me home?
I honestly think it would be best.
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm all for it. I'd be very happy to get out of this sticky, dirty, godforsaken place.
Very well. But before you go, Pollock, for the good of the expedition, you've got to take that thing back and apologize.
Oh, I don't think I'd better.
Why not?
Well, tell the truth, I don't think they'd give me a chance to apologize.
All right. Tell me, what happened?
Oh, nothing very much, except... Well, as I was carrying the thing away, one of those chaps popped up and saw it. Started yelling, trying to take it from me.
Yes, go on.
Well, we had a bit of a tussle. I got away.
Go on, Pollock.
We were on the bank of the river, and I toppled him over, that's all.
He fell into the river?
Yes, I think he may have hit the rocks first.
Was he badly hurt?
I don't know. I didn't stop to find out.
He was dead, wasn't he?
I really don't know.
Oh, you fool.
Oh, it was an accident. I had no
An
intention...
accident, a lot they care. It was bad enough with the idol, but you've probably killed a man. We're in for it now.
Well, there's nothing to be frightened about.
Nothing. In the first place, I should think even your conscience would suffer a little. The second, you don't seem to understand about this horror business. It rules the country. It's the law, religion, medicine, everything. And these Porra are the most vindictive men on earth. The one whose idol you stole and whose follower you killed will be duty-bound to do something about it. And there's no telling what he will do.
Oh, come now. You don't believe in these voodoo curses and things?
Of course not. I'm thinking of something much more real than that.
I mean, you might try something rough.
I can only advise you to lie low until we can get you out of here in the morning. I'll take you as far as Sulima and see you safe aboard a steamer.
You needn't. I can go alone from here.
Not far. You still don't understand this business. You wouldn't get a quarter of a mile from this camp alone.
I still thought you were making a mountain out of a molehill, Waterhouse. But I must admit, I didn't sleep much that night. I lay there on the mat in my hut and listened to the sounds of the village. And then later to the noises of the night-wakening jungle. Sometime after midnight, I must have dozed off because I awoke with a start. For a moment, I was confused, but I sensed something wrong. And then, framed against the moonlight square of the door, I saw a hand upraised, and in it, a knife.
Stop it! Stop or I'll shoot! Stop, you devil, you! Pollock, what is it? What happened?
I missed the beggar, Waterhouse. I missed him.
Who missed who? What happened?
The Porra man. Waterhouse, he was in my hut. He had a knife. He tried to kill me.
Now, wait a minute. Wait till I find a light. There. Are you all right, man?
Oh, I'm all right. I just saw it in time. I rolled aside and... Look.
Eh?
In my bed. The knife.
Oh, that was a narrow one. Well, perhaps now you understand the seriousness of this.
Waterhouse, I saw his face. He stopped just at the door for a second. He was crouched down and he looked back at me from under his arm. His face was etched clearly in the moonlight. It was upside down. I'll never forget it.
I'll get you a drink.
Listen, Waterhouse, listen. He glared back at me with his painted face upside down and streaked with those hideous scars they cut in their cheeks. I'll see that in my dreams.
Now, steady on, old man. Here you are. Drink this.
Well, Waterhouse. The idol's gone. I've just noticed the idol's gone. He took it. It's gone.
Yes.
Well, then it's all over. He got what he wants. He won't bother me again, will he?
I'm afraid there's more to it than that.
But he's got the blasted idol back, and he won't try it again. Oh, will he?
I've just noticed something too, Pollock. There's something here on the floor. One of your shots clipped off the tip of his little finger. It's too bad you aren't a better shot.
Well, why? Why'd you say that?
Because I'm afraid we haven't seen the last of this business yet.
You were more right than you knew, Waterhouse. The next morning was only the beginning. We were standing by the river and supervising packing.
I'm glad we're getting out of here. There's something brewing, or things wouldn't be so quiet.
Oh, what would be brewing?
A stink in a copper pot, probably. Dancing in a circle of skulls, putting curses on you.
Oh, that. What can he do?
How the devil should I know? They're versatile people. They know a lot of rum dodges. The best thing to do... Look out! Oh, man, that was close.
What was it?
One of their beastly poisoned arrows in the tree behind you. Missed your head by inches.
No.
It came from over there in the bush.
Well, let's do something. Let's chase him something.
No use now. Never find him in there. Best thing for us to do is to get out of here quick.
Well, we got out all right. You remember how we went down the river, keeping as far from the banks as possible? You thought I was safe when you got me to Salima and said goodbye, didn't you, Waterhouse? So did I. You said goodbye and went back to the interior. Nothing happened for 2 days, and I was beginning to feel that the whole thing was just a nasty dream. And then as I was walking in the compound, I was hit in the arm with a slug. It was a long shot. The bullet was spent. I only got a flesh wound. But I knew he was there. And I decided to confide in Pereira, the little Portuguese who had rented me a hut in his compound. He took it seriously.
It is a personal question, you know. It's revenge, see? And he must hurry because you will leave the country.
Yes, I'll be on the boat to Freetown in 3 more days. Then I'll be rid of him forever.
Perhaps. Then there's this magic. Of course, I don't believe in it. Superstition. But still, it's not nice to think that wherever you are, there's a black man spends a moonlight night, sometimes dancing around a fire to send you bad dreams. You have any bad dreams?
Well, there. Keep seeing the beggar's head upside down, grinning at me, showing all his teeth the way he did in the hut. Now, it's nothing to be afraid of. It's not pleasant either.
Then they say poor men send snakes. You seen any snakes lately?
Well, only one. I killed one this morning on the floor under my hammock. Almost stepped on him when I got up.
Of course, it is coincidence. Still, I would keep eyes open. Then there is the pains in the legs and arms.
I thought they were caused by miasma.
Oh, probably they are. When did they begin?
Why, 3 nights ago, the night... Oh, blast it, it's nonsense. If I could just meet this devil face to face, with a gun in my hand...
You might shoot him. But then he might shoot you. I think he do not want to kill you. Anyway, not yet. Their idea is scare and worry a man with their spells and narrow misses and pains and bad dreams and all that until he's sick of life. Of course, it's all talk, see? You must not worry about it.
Oh, no, of course not.
But... I wonder what he'll be up to next.
Perhaps it is I who shall be up to something.
What do you mean?
Never mind. But I'm not one to just sit and take this. That very afternoon, I had a conversation with a roughneck Mendai tribesman I found there in Salima. He showed me a little iron dagger and demonstrated how one struck at the back of the neck. He agreed to do the job for the price of a double-barreled gun with an ornamental lock. I went back to Pereira's, feeling better than I had in days. That night, the Portuguese and I were sitting in his living room playing cards, when suddenly the Mendai rough strode in without so much as a knock.
Who is it? What do you want?
Oh, it's you.
Have done what you tell me. Have proof.
What is it you have in the package? Is that blood dripping?
Proof. Here.
His head. Oh, no.
This man you want. Now I get gone.
You didn't have to bring this. I didn't ask for such proof.
You mean, Senor Pollock, you got him killed? You did not kill him yourself?
Why should I?
But he will not be able to take it off now.
What do you mean, take it off?
Look at the cards. They are all spoilt with this blood.
What do you mean, take what off?
You must send me a new pack from Freetown. You can't buy them there.
Take what off?
It is only a superstition, I forgot. The natives say if the witch, he was a witch, but it is all rubbish.
Go on.
Well, they say you must make the poor man take the curse off or kill him yourself. It is very silly.
Gun! No. Yes.
I'll make it 2 guns if you'll take that beastly thing away.
No. 1 gun. No.
All right. Freya, that gun you have for sale, give it to him. I have the money right here.
Yes. Over here. Now, take it and go.
Thanks.
It is funny how the head sits upside down.
Just the way I saw him that night. Just the way I see him in my dreams.
Like it was weighted that way. You will take him with you when you go. Maybe take him now. My cards are all spoiled. There is a man sells them in Freetown. You should have killed him yourself.
Stop it! I took the thing to my hut, and no matter what I did, it always came to rest upside down and glaring at me. I got a shovel. I buried it in the soft earth behind the hut. But in the middle of the night, I was awakened by some sound in my room.
Oh, what is it? Who's there? Speak up or I'll shoot.
Oh, a dog. Only a dog. Yes, it's only a dog. But in the morning, when I awoke and started to get out of bed, there it was, in the center of the floor, glaring at me upside down. It was uncanny until I remembered the dog. I found his paw prints in the dug-up earth outside, and I knew how it got there. I took the thing down to the river. I threw it as far as I could into the current. At last I'd be rid of it. That morning, I killed 2 snakes. But late in the afternoon, a little steamer arrived that would take me away from this insane land of the Pharaoh and Freetown and civilization. I had almost begun to feel gay as that boat carried me swiftly away from the shores of the Pora land. At last I would be free, and soon I'd be back where Pora and curses and nightmares would be forgotten. I was standing at the rail, sighing with relief, when the captain of the steamer, whom I'd met before, strolled up and began to make conversation. After the usual exchange of pleasantries, he said,
I picked up a rum curio on the beach this go. It's a thing I never saw done this side of India before.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, the head of one of these Pora chaps, all ornamented with knife cuts. What? I say, what's the matter, old chap? You're green in the face. I wouldn't have took you for a bad sailor.
Oh, I'm quite all right.
Well, this head I was telling you about is a bit queer in a way. I've got it in a jar of spirits in my cabin, and I'm hanged if it don't float upside down.
What?
Here I say, old chap, what's the matter? Stuart!
That was the last straw, I suppose. Something seemed to snap in my brain. And for the rest of the voyage, I lay there in the bunk, staring at the ceiling. And I had the strange sensation that the boat was made of glass, transparent, and that I could see up through the ceiling into the captain's cabin, see the poor man's face floating in a jar of alcohol upside down, grinning at me. I suppose the actual head is still in the captain's cabin in Freetown, but it didn't matter. The poor man's work had been done by then, because now I carried it with me everywhere. in my brain. I saw it everywhere, anywhere. Any object that was round, like a hat or a pillar or a vase, suddenly developed features when I looked at it. Ugly, scarred features with a grinning, mocking mouth. Features turned upside down. When I docked in London, I went straight to my banker's office in Cornhill.
And the security is all in order, Mr. Pollock. You shall have to watch things, of course, but all in all, you shall have enough to live quite comfortably and to enjoy a reasonable amount of freedom. Then, too... I say, Pollock, what are you staring at so fixedly?
That thing. Hanging from your mantelpiece.
Oh, yes, I see. The potted fern. Rather pretty one, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Yes, very pretty.
I must do something about it, though. It's always dripping water down on the fender of the fireplace. Makes it rusty.
I was wondering about that. It looks red, almost like blood.
Rust, you know.
Yes. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. Can you recommend a physician for mental troubles? I've got a little, what do you call it? Hallucination. The poor man grinned at me fiendishly, and I stared back at him. The banker watched me very curiously for a moment, and then he gave me the address of a doctor, and I left his office. That's when my accident happened. To a man who's been many months in the jungle of busy London streets, confusing enough. But when a head comes rolling down the middle of the street, and between your legs... No! I was in the hospital for weeks. The only permanent injury, however, was the loss of the tip of my little finger. By strange coincidence, the same fingertip of the left hand that I'd shot off the poorer man that first night. Well, even in the hospital, the poorer man was with me all the time, everywhere. The doctors couldn't help me. My friends couldn't either. So I tried cycling in the country. But that thing kept rolling along beside me and getting tangled up in the wheels and spilling me. That's how I got the broken wrist. Well, the worst came only last week. I'd just come back from a long walk, hoping to be tired enough to go to sleep. And as usual, that bronze vase was over there in front of the big French window. And it... well, perhaps the poor man enjoys the view of the street 3 floors below. Anyway, this night, I felt a little devil-may-care, so I turned round to it and I looked him in the eye and I said, "So, you're still here, are you, my ugly shadow?"
"Yes, Pollock, I'm still here."
What did you say?
I said I'm still here. And I always will be.
No, not that too, not that, no. So, now you understand, Waterhouse? I not only see the poorer man, I hear him, too.
Pollock, old chap, this is frightful.
Oh, it is rather, isn't it?
I mean, you are ill, man, very ill. Now, surely there's something someone can do, some doctor.
What can any doctor do? Can he take off the poorer man's curse?
Now, Pollock, that's nonsense. And you know it.
Oh, is it?
Of course, man. It's all in your mind. All, what do they call it? Suggestion. The power of suggestion is strong. You're impressionable. You've let these stories prey on your mind. You've got to snap out of it.
Oh, I should have killed him myself.
Pollock.
I'd do it, too, with my bare hands, if only I had the chance.
Man, you're talking rot.
Look at him there. Look at him grinning at me.
Pollock, that's only a bronze vase.
Always grinning at me. More and more fiendishly every day. Stop it, you devil. Stop it, you hear?
Pollock, calm
Stop
yourself. Lie back. Rest.
Rest. Yes. That's what I need.
If I'd only known, I'd never have left you there in Sulima alone. All this might have been prevented.
Oh, might it? Listen, Waterhouse. When you came in, I was just lying here thinking. I see him. I hear him. My sense of sight and of hearing is affected. And someday, my sense of touch will go, too. When it does, I know that will be the end. I'll be finished. And the poor man will finally have his revenge. Won't he?
Pollock, old man.
When you came in, I was lying here, trying to get up the nerve to walk over there and make the test. And I'm going to do it.
No, I won't let you.
No, you can't stop me, Waterhouse. Don't you see? I've got to. I can't go on like this. I've got to know. Have it over with.
No, Pollock.
It's beyond anything you can do. Stand aside.
But...
Stand aside, please. Now.
Come back to bed, Pollock. That window is open. If you have a...
Never mind. This is just an ordinary bronze vase. Isn't it, Waterhouse?
Pollock, don't do it.
I know it's only a bronze vase. I know that when I will feel only cold metal when I reach out and touch it. I know. Like this.
Oh, no! Pollock, look out! That window! You're backing into that window! Pollock!
Escape is produced and directed by William N. Robeson, and tonight brought you Pollock and the Poorer Man by H.G. Wells, adapted for radio by John Dunkel, with Barton Yarborough as Pollock, Louis Van Ruten as Waterhouse, and Bill Conrad as Perea. The special musical score was conceived and conducted by Cy Feuer. Next week...
You are groping through the darkened corridors of a gigantic department store in the dead of night. And suddenly you realize you're not alone. That 100 eyes are glaring at you from the shadows. 100 hands reaching for your throat.
Next week, Escape with John Collier's eerie story, Evening Primrose. Good night, then, until this same time next week when CBS again offers you Escape. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Fed up with the everyday grind. Tired out from the summer heat. Want to get away from it all.
We offer you Escape. Escape, designed to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
You are caught in a web of nightmare, struggling to free yourself from sleep, while constantly, threateningly, your destruction draws closer, and you know unless you awake, the ultimate conclusion is death.
Tonight, we escape to 2200 AD and the fearsome picture of the last days of civilization, as H.G. Wells told it in his terrifying story, Dream of Armageddon.
From the very beginning, the dream was quite vivid and real. Much more real than the dull world of business that moves by day. And in a short time, I began to thrust the waking world aside and live my life wholly in the dream, night by night. I was not then aware, of course, of the hideous ending to come. A thing so horrible to face that even though I doze now in my chair, I dare not sleep. I can't recall exactly when the dream, if it is a dream, first began. Oh, a month ago, perhaps. At any rate, I fell asleep in my flat and awoke in another place and another time. That is to say, as I fell asleep here, I awoke there, far away on an island in the Mediterranean, and hundreds of years in the future.
Eden. Eden, you must wake up now.
Wake up? But where am I?
Here with me, of course. Oh, Eden, my dear, you've been dreaming.
Oh, yes. Yes, I remember now. It was such a vivid dream. I thought I was a man living hundreds of years ago. Silly, but it took me a moment to shake it off.
And was I there with you? In the dream, I mean.
You're here with me now. That's the important thing. Has there been no word? Nothing has changed?
Nothing. Otherwise, I should have awakened you.
Good. Perhaps they've finally decided to leave us alone.
I hope so. I couldn't stand much more of it. Our faces on every telescreen all over the world. Scandal criers saying things
It doesn't
about...
matter, Noma. It's over. We've left all that behind us in the north. We're going to be very happy here.
Oh, my darling, we have to be. It's the only thing that will justify what you did.
Noma, can you doubt that we will? Come here. Look out through the glass wall there. Blue sea down below us, pale hills and the far-off mainland. Why, is there any more perfect place to be happy than here in Capri?
And what of the woman you brought with you? Did you not perhaps give up too much for her? Pay too great a price?
You're worth more than all of it, Noma.
You make me feel very humble. You were the most powerful man on earth, council master of the allied nations of the North, the ruler of 1 billion people.
1 billion fools. Why, had they not been, they would have accepted you.
They felt they had reasons.
Reasons? Could not permit me to marry beneath my station now. I've given my whole life to them until now. Has a man no right to happiness, Noma? They follow their own desires. Why shouldn't I do the same for once?
Why not, indeed? I've no answer for you, beloved. I'm proud and humble for what you did. But also a little afraid.
Afraid of what?
I don't know, Eden, I don't know, but the Vicetel.
Your pardon, Master Eden. May I have your attention, please?
Yes. Yes, go ahead. What is it?
There is one here who desires to speak with you.
I'll see no one. I've told you that.
He tells me to say the white grasses grow tall in the north and reach above the snow.
Eden, it's a messenger from the council.
Yes. Very well. Send him up.
What does it mean? Have they thought of some new way to...
No, my darling, it is nothing. He'll talk of duty again and all the other things, the same kind of talk. It can't be anything else.
If only they'd chosen someone besides Evesham to govern.
But they did choose him. If he doesn't suit them, they can find someone else. I'll have no part of it.
He's such a fool, such a stupid, blundering fool.
Well, perhaps they need a fool. Perhaps that's why... Oh, there's the messenger. Come in.
I must beg you to pardon this intrusion, Master Eden, but the council considers the matter of the greatest importance.
It's all right. Now, what is it you wish?
If we could speak alone, perhaps.
I have no secrets from the lady. She knows everything. Now, what is it?
I am empowered by the council to ask you to return at once and take charge of the government again.
Alone?
Yes, that would be required, of course.
Then the council wastes my time and theirs.
But there have been new developments. Evesham already has begun the moves we've always feared he would. Now, no one but you can stop this madness, this foolish ambition of his.
Then more's the pity, for I do not choose to do anything about it.
You know what it means, of course.
I know nothing of the affairs of government. I am a private citizen engaged in seeking happiness.
Master Eden, do you believe that one man can work out his fate apart and separate from the fate of all mankind?
You may leave now. You may go back and tell the council that I have no concern in their problems now or ever.
Very well, Master Eden. But if you should decide differently, decide quickly, for there is very little time.
Oh, Eden, is it true? Will it really come to that?
Probably the South and the East are not easily bluffed.
But war. Loose in the world again for the first time in 100 years. War again.
They don't know what it is.
No, they don't. They've never seen it. Eden, you can't let it happen.
No, my darling, I've made a choice, and it's final. If it comes to war and the whole world falls in ruins, then I'll live on in the ruins. But I'll live there with you. That's final.
Eden, I'm afraid.
I calmed her fears at last with many brave prophecies of the joys we should find in our life together. And as we talked and watched the sun sink finally in the waters of the quiet sea, the blusterings of Evesham seemed far away, and the threat of war no more than a part of some nightmare. At a late hour, we fell asleep.
Henry. Henry, wake up. I said wake up. Can't see why you always have to wait for me to shut off that clock.
Sorry, dear. I was dreaming.
Dreaming, indeed. Now get yourself dressed. You want to be late again this week?
Good chance of war. I don't know just what I can do about it.
Oh, Henry, for pity's sake.
One thing's certain, I won't give her up, no matter what happens.
Her?
I...
Who's her?
Oh, yes, of course. I'm getting up right this minute. I'll get dressed right away.
Henry,
now, there's no need to get excited, dear. There's plenty of time to catch the 7:12.
I never saw such a man in my life. Wasn't for me telling you what to do, I don't know what would become of you.
All that day at my office, I kept thinking about the dream. It was hard to remember that it had been a dream. It had been so real as everyday things going on around me. Perhaps even more real. Certainly more desirable. For, as you may have guessed, my daily life held little of interest. But in the dream, everything was different. There I could be the great Master Eden, controlling the destinies of millions of people, feeling for the first time in my life a deep and exhilarating sense of power, so sharp in its contrast with the drab, waking life I lead. And most of all, I could not forget the girl, the way she looked, the glorious way that she... Well, no matter. All day I kept wondering if I should be able to find the place again, so far away in space and time. Too long delayed, the night came at last, and I went to bed hopefully. But nothing happened. There was no dream. For 3 nights there was no dream, and I grew frantic with worry, with longing for her. And then came the 4th night.
Careful, darling. Watch where you're going. You almost fell over those rocks.
I'm sorry. I guess I was thinking of something else.
Yes, for 3 days now. You haven't been yourself at all.
Well, there are so many things to think about.
It's all right, Eden. I've known you were thinking of it constantly, even though you've not mentioned it.
There's nothing new, is there?
What?
I mean, well, have you had any word that you've kept from me? Thought it best to? Something of that sort?
No, Eden, no. I've had no word from the North. Oh. No one here has, yet everyone seems to sense it. There's a fever in the air, tenseness, as though they could smell something. The smell of war, perhaps.
There'll be no war. Once Evesham knows his bluff's been called, he'll back down.
You know him better than that. You'll count on that blind luck of his to see him through. And you could stop him, Eden. You could still go back.
There'll be no going back.
How can we hope to find happiness for ourselves if millions die because of us?
If it should start, it can't last long. People in the world today have no idea what war is. When they find out, they'll have no part of it.
When they find out, it'll be too late. There'll be blood on the ground then, and hate and vengeance. And there can be no stopping it.
Then why should not... Well, then the fools shouldn't... They shouldn't start it then.
But they are fools. You said yourself...
What?
Look.
Oh, planes. Some special pleasure flight from the north, I suppose.
Eden, they don't look like transports. They're not built the same. They're like pictures
No,
of the
you're right.
old.
Those are warplanes. Those are bombers.
It's begun already.
No, but it's part of the bluff, and the dangerous part. Why, those planes have been stored away for 100 years. I knew of them, of course. All the council did, but I never thought I'd see them in the air.
I fear it's a wrong, terrible thing we've done. And I'm afraid. But it would be a lie, my beloved, if I said I was sorry.
No more warplanes came to Capri in the next 2 days. But the sight and the sound of the first ones had been enough. The peaceful island of pleasure became a beehive of belligerent activity. Preparation for war by a people who had never known anything but peace. Old weapons, relics for years, came out of storage places, were cleaned, polished, made ready. Big guns appeared as if by magic, were quickly set in placements about the rocky isle. Norma and I took no part in the madness about us, but walked alone from the others. She with the growing sadness, and I with a swelling hatred for blind, blundering Evesham, and for the stupidity he'd called forth now in mankind. And then, late afternoon of the third day.
But why? Why do they act as if they might come here, Eden? If there were a war, it could never reach to Capri.
Who knows why they act or what they think? There's no reasoning in them. They're like sheep, anxious to get their throats cut and have it over with.
It was all so beautiful, Eden.
Oh, Norma, it still is. All this has nothing to do with us. We've turned our backs on it. What they do now is their own concern. This can't touch us.
It's so terrible to think about it. Eden, look. Planes have come back.
Yes.
Coming over the hills there.
He's still playing the same old game. Oh, how long can that blundering Evesham hope to... Norma, these are not the same ones.
What do you mean?
I know the shape of these. These are warplanes from the south.
Then, oh no, it can't mean anything. Was that what they call a bomb?
That was what they call war.
War. Eden, I want to see it. All its horror and idiocy. I want to see it.
Not too close to the window, Norma.
Look, down there by the edge of the water. Where the little pavilion was, Eden. There's nothing but broken rocks and smoke drifting up.
Yes, that's where the first bomb went.
But why should they wish to destroy a little summer pavilion?
An accident. They were trying there for the docks.
We swam there every morning. Do you remember how clear and how clean the water was? There must be blood in it now.
Norma, there's no good in that kind of thinking. This is what they chose. Now they've got it.
They couldn't have known it would be like this.
Perhaps not, but that can't be helped now. It's too late now for them ever to turn back.
How could they ever? Eden, look!
Norma, get back!
Look, Eden, that plane. Along the beach. The whole promenade. Hundreds of people, children too. I don't want to see any more, not ever.
We've got to find some way to get out of here. Some way. Capri is right in the middle of it.
It was so beautiful here. Why should anyone make war on Capri?
Why? War has a bad habit of spreading everywhere once it's turned loose. Just a moment.
Supervisor from 22.
I'd like a private plane and a pilot right away. Destination to be decided.
Sorry, sir. All planes have been taken over by the government. General order by Master Evesham.
Confound it. All right. What about a boat?
Power boats have been taken over. Perhaps a few small sailing craft may be still available.
Find out. Get me a navigator and enough crewmen.
Sorry, sir. The government has ordered all able-bodied...
All right. Just get me a boat then. Buy it, charter it, whatever's necessary. I'll sail it myself.
Yes, sir.
Where can we go, Eden?
I don't know anywhere but here.
Yes, and let's go quickly. Take me away someplace, Eden, far away. Anywhere but here.
Then flight. Days of flight from stolid death in his military boots who tramped always just behind us. Never far away. I fought to stay asleep. To stay with my dream. To stay with Norma. I couldn't. cursed each time I awoke.
I simply can't understand you, Henry. You moon around the house like a lovesick calf. Haven't been to the office in 3 days. Don't you have any consideration for your job or for me? Do you want to see us kicked out into the street like tramps without a cent to our name?
My waking life became the vague movement of shadow figures of which I remember nothing now. But my life in the dream was very real. Oh, yes, very real.
No. I've just come from there. You cannot go through the pass.
Why can't we?
It is impossible. You must go back to the coast quickly.
Eden, can't you explain to him we must find some place to buy food? We've had nothing to eat for 2 days.
No, lady. There is no food here. Everyone is starving. Pestilence has broken out.
Pestilence?
Horrible plague. Came suddenly. Already, people of 2 villages are lying dead in the gutters. Spreading very quickly.
Come, Norma. Let's go back to the boat. We tried first to land somewhere along the southern shore of the Mediterranean. We found it everywhere the same. In some places, the people were dying of disease and starvation. In others, they were dying of bleeding burns from the flame of war. But always, they would die.
Eden, everywhere we go, we find dead bodies. More and more all the time. What's happening? Has the whole world gone mad? Is the whole world dying?
Back again to the north and a landing on the peninsula. Then pushing our way overland, trying to find some haven in a world intent on smashing itself to bloody fragments. Fleeing from the idiot fury around us and being blocked at every turn.
You cannot go there. You must turn back immediately.
Why? Why must we turn back when there's no place left to go back to? Back where?
That I cannot tell you. But if you go farther, you will die. They have used poison gas, and the area is contaminated over hundreds of miles. I've seen people die from it. It is not a pretty sight.
Death everywhere.
Of course, if you would like to stay here, I'm sure we can take care of that pretty little throat of yours. Yes, indeed, we can.
There were no real battle lines as yet. No armies. The thing had come too fast. But everywhere roving bands fought, plundered, killed one another. Sometimes not even knowing if they were killing friend or foe. And always overhead were the planes, hunting like hawks, killing anything that moved.
Eden, do you think he sees us?
I'm not sure, Norma. Don't move. Don't move. He's heading toward us, all right.
Eden, we can't just lie
Don't
here.
move, Norma. By heaven, I think it is us.
Look.
Where?
That old woman walking on the road. Doesn't she know? Oh, Eden, horrible. Horrible.
Norma, no. Let's go. It wasn't us he was after. And so, for love and for reason, on and on, day after day, we fled from the monster stupidity of war. Till at last we could flee no farther. We found ourselves at dawn one morning in an open space near those great ruined temples at Paestum. Roman ruins that have stood for centuries were still standing even then. We sat and watched the sunrise, the most beautiful I've ever seen. We said little to one another. Low hills broke away below us, dotted here and there by trees, low thickets of laurel between. The great stones of the temples above us were pale pink in the morning sun. And the silence was everywhere. Silence and a false feeling of peace.
This morning, looking out there, one would never know.
Oh, it's beautiful. But we can't stop here no more. We're only hours away from it now.
How much farther, Eden? How far must we run now?
I don't know, my dear. It seems to be everywhere.
Sometimes these last few nights, I've looked up at the stars and I thought, all of this is happening because of us. We're to blame for it, you know.
No, darling. No, we tried to find happiness, that's all. Can there be anything evil in that?
I don't know, Keaton, but I'm afraid. Had you not run away with me, this would not have happened. Millions of people must die for our happiness. Something is wrong.
Well, the blame lies with them. They die for their own stupidity.
We are not stupid. We could have prevented it. Had you gone back and left me...
No, my darling. Now, there'll be no talk of that kind. We'll still find... We will. The chance to work things out somewhere.
I have a strange feeling, Eden, we shan't have any more chances. We owe some kind of a debt. They're going to have to pay for it very soon.
Oh, you're tired, Norma. That's why you talk this way. You'll soon
Look,
feel...
Eden, another flight of planes.
Yes, they're everywhere now.
They're like vultures, hovering, watching and waiting everywhere.
Norma, we'll find someplace yet. Someplace... Norma, get down! Norma, you all right?
Eden, I love...
Norma. I sat there on the ground for hours, holding her body close. I was only dimly aware that she no longer lived. Time had no meaning. The world receded far away. The shadows of afternoon pointed all one way, and my thoughts were only dreams within a dream. I must have stared at them for several minutes, not realizing who they were, watching them approach through the bushes. Before they came within yards, before it struck me suddenly, those uniforms. They were soldiers of the South and the East. With only one thought in mind, I jumped to my feet and ran toward them. No, it's all right. It's all right. You don't need those guns. I mean no harm. You see, I only wanted you not to come here. It's my wife. She's dead. There's no one else here. No, put away the bayonet. There's no need for it. You can take your men around the other... Now, what are you going to do? No! Oh. I lay there on the ground for a long time after they left. At first, I tried to crawl back to her. But I couldn't. Then later, I was unconscious. Whether this be Armageddon, that last flaming end of the world, I do not know. But of this I am sure. When the end does come, it shall come through man's unheeding selfishness, through man's stupidity. For when man stood up and learned to think and was no longer an animal, he became one with the gods. And like the gods, must take heed of the fate of mankind. This I know. Always before I had longed desperately to escape into the dream. But now with equal desperation, I fear to do so. For Eden's world is dying now, shuddering in the last great convulsions of its death agony. Over the whole great landscape of Earth lie the rotting, disfigured bodies of the dead. And the sad sun gleams with a pale and ghastly light through the smothering curtain formed by the hideous fumes of war. The moans of the half-dead swell up from the plains of Earth, fill the vast emptiness of the heavens and go unanswered. Starvation, pestilence, war and death. The whole world is dying. Eden, too, is dead. He died hours before I awoke this morning. His body still lies before the silent temples at Paestum. Yet in the dream, I still occupied his body. After he was dead, great vultures came and tore with their beaks and claws, and I was still conscious. I was still conscious. Now tonight, because of that, though I grow faint with weariness, I dare not go to sleep. In the name of heaven, how long will a dream go on?
Escape is produced and directed by Norman Macdonald. Tonight we have brought you Dream of Armageddon by H.G. Wells, adapted for radio by Les Crutchfield, with editorial supervision by John Dunkel. Featured in tonight's story were Stacey Harris and Betty Lou Gerson, with Charlotte Lawrence, Jack Crucian, Eric Rolfe, and John Daner. Special music by Ivan Ditmars. Next week.
You are standing in the light of an arc lamp by the cathedral in Mexico City, looking at a dead body lying at your feet, and a great fear comes over you as you wonder if you are a haunted man.
Next week, we escape with Ralph Bates' most unusual story, The Haunted Man. Good night, then, until this same time next week, when once again we offer you Escape. Roy Rowan speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Are you burned up at the high price of turkeys? Can't get eggs for your pumpkin pie? Want to get away from it all?
We offer you Escape.
You're trapped in a remote valley of the Andes, walled in by sheer rock precipices, and surrounding you, closing in on you, is a band of blind men who want your eyes.
Escape, produced and directed by William N. Robeson, and carefully plotted to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
Tonight, we escape to the high mountains of Ecuador and to a remarkable world where sight is unknown, as H.G. Wells imagined it in his curious story, The Country of the Blind.
My name is Ibarra. I am a mining engineer in Quito, Ecuador, high in the towering Andes. And up until a year ago, my chief sport was mountain climbing. My last climb was an attempt to scale the remote and forbidding peak of Pariscotopetl, the 20,000-foot crag unconquered by man. It is unconquered still. 3,000 feet from the icy summit, our party turned back and fled for their lives. All of us escaped except one, a guide named Nunez, who slipped and fell over the precipice, disappearing into the vast chasm that yawned 10,000 feet beneath us. The horror of that man's fall has haunted my dreams for a year. Because of it, I have forsaken mountain climbing for the rest of my life. And that decision still stands, even though today I have seen Nunez. He was sitting on the steps of my shack when I arrived at the mine this morning. At first, I didn't recognize him. He was so much changed. I thought he was a ragged beggar asking alms.
Is it you, Senor Ibarra?
My name is Ibarra, yes. What do you want?
You do not know me, senor.
I know. You look like a man I knew once, but he is...
Dead? Dead on the slopes of Periscotapetl?
Nunez. No, it couldn't be you.
Nunez. That is my name, senor. At least that is the name I remember.
But you fell. I saw you fall.
Yes.
It's impossible that you could have lived.
Perhaps the gods of the mountain had some reason to spare me.
Nunez, if we'd had any idea that you were alive, but you went down thousands of feet. We couldn't even attempt to find your body.
I know. I do not blame you. You could not have reached me. And if you had, I should not have welcomed you at first. But then later...
What do you mean, Nunez?
Senor, you will not believe what I have to tell.
I can hardly believe that I'm seeing you, talking to you. But what has happened to you?
You remember that night, the night I fell?
Yes.
We had been toiling all day, inching our way up a steep ice wall. And as darkness came, we found a narrow ledge, barely 3 feet wide.
It's not very wide, but we can get our shoulder wall up, cut off some of this wind.
Hal, that'll be welcome.
Yes, but first we'll rest a moment.
Look at that icy devil up there, glistening in the moonlight.
There's another 3,000 feet of sheer ice wall to the top.
Well, I can see why no one's ever made it. Think we should go on?
I don't know. Nunez, what do you think?
It is not my place to say, senor. I was hired to guide you to the top. I agreed.
What do you really think?
If I believed in the gods of the mountain, as the Indians do, I should be frightened now.
Why?
Because we have invaded the Forbidden Circle. This part of the Andes is unmapped and unknown, senor.
And therefore shrouded in superstition, eh?
It is an easy thing to believe strange things in this white loneliness.
Some of the legends are really fascinating. I've heard of one, something about a hidden valley called the Country of the Blind.
Yes. It is supposed to be somewhere down there below us. A fertile valley which was settled many centuries ago, and then cut off by the great landslide of Arauca.
But why the Country of the Blind?
Well, even before it was isolated, the people developed a strange illness. All of them slowly went blind. After that, their children were born blind. And the legend is that the valley was the home of the mountain gods. It was too beautiful for human eyes.
It's odd. Well, it's all nonsense.
Yes, of course.
Would be pleasant to find it, though. You know the old proverb, in the country of the blind, the one-eyed man is king?
I doubt that we could ever find it. I even doubt if it exists.
Of course not. I was only joking.
Yes. Well, now if you're arrested, we'll make the shelter wall.
Right. I'll give you a hand in a minute. Believe me, Ibarra, for 2 pesos, I'd give up this climb. I never realized
Senors,
how...
I'm slipping!
Hang on! Nunez! Nunez!
In one horrible instant, my foot had slipped on the treacherous ledge and I'd gone over, falling far out into the icy black night, falling down, down. I fell perhaps 1,000 feet,
Then I felt a heavy stinging impact of snow. I'd fallen on an almost perpendicular snow slope, and now I was sliding down, tumbling over and over. And then suddenly I realized that my own motion had almost stopped, and it was the snow that was moving. I was riding an avalanche. At almost the same moment, I went over the second precipice. It was higher than the first, much higher, perhaps 4,000 feet. I fell with the snow for what seemed minutes, every second expecting the terrible final impact. But the impact never came. Miracle of miracles, that sheer wall blended almost imperceptibly into another steep snow slope. And again I was sliding. Gradually, as the arc of the slope curved away, I felt myself slow down. And finally, I rolled to a stop and lay still. When I awoke, it was morning, and I was covered with snow. I shook off the cold white blanket on my chest and rested a moment. And then I rolled over on my back and looked up. My heart almost stopped as I saw from where I'd fallen. Why, the mountain towered 10,000 feet above me. Then carefully I felt of myself. My clothes were torn. I was bruised and bleeding. I ached in every muscle, but I had not a single broken bone. I lay there and offered up a prayer to the gods of the mountain. Far below me lay a lush valley sparkling in the morning sunlight. I could see the stately trees and the green meadows fresh with dew. I started down the mountain, but it was still an arduous descent. The farther down I got, the more I realized the beauty of the scene. Why, this was a hidden paradise I'd fallen into, and I was the first man ever to see it. So I thought, but I was wrong. I realized that first when I saw the cultivation in the meadows, and then the walks, well-kept stone walks laid in a symmetrical pattern all over the valley. And then I saw them. There were men and women lying under the trees and resting in the fields. Nearby, a collection of windowless huts marked a village, and the plastering of the houses was done in a wild variety of colors. I thought to myself, the plasterer who did that must have been blind as a bat. Then I saw two of the men quite close to me. They were standing on a bridge over the little stream. They were dressed in odd, loose clothing, and there was a strange look about their faces. They failed to notice me as I approached until I shouted. Suddenly, they looked up attentively in my direction. I waved wildly at them, but they took no notice. Why, the fools must be blind. Blind? Could it be that I have fallen into the country of the blind? In the country of the blind, a one-eyed man can be king. Hello there. You needn't be afraid. I won't hurt you. I come in peace.
It is a man, or a spirit come down from the rocks.
Oh, I'm a man, all right. Just like you, but I've had a miraculous escape, and now I find myself here in your valley.
Valley? Valley?
Come hither. Let me feel of you.
Yes, certainly. Here, my arm. Is my face? You see, I am a man, like yourself. Here, feel my lips. They move with speech. Oh, careful there. Gently, those are my eyes.
Eyes? Eyes?
That is strange. Feel this Correa.
Yes, I feel.
Careful. Feel the eyelids flutter?
He is but imperfectly formed. Some strange bulge there. Unseemly.
No. You see, your eyes are shrunken in, but mine are whole. I can see.
See? Pedro, he is a strange wild one. Where does he come from?
He must have come down out of the rock.
No, from over the mountains, out of the country beyond there where men can see. From Bogota, where there are 100,000 people and a city stretches out of sight.
Sight? What strange words he uses, without meaning. And feel the coarseness of his hair, like a llama's.
Our fathers have told us men may be made by forces of nature. It is the warmth of things, and moisture,
and rottenness.
Let us lead him to the elders.
But no one need lead me. I can see.
See?
Oh, yes, of course. I can... I didn't see your water bucket.
His senses are still imperfect. He stumbles and talks unmeaning words. Lead him by the hand, Pedro.
But look, Oh, well, all right. These people had been blind for centuries. They had forgotten even the words associated with seeing. And they thought I was an idiot, only half-formed. Especially when they led me into the pitch blackness of one of their windowless huts, and I stumbled over someone.
1,000 pardons, Medina Sarota. He is a clumsy one.
I'm sorry I fell down. I couldn't see in the darkness.
Who is this? And what is he saying?
He is but newly formed, good father. He has come down from the rocks. He stumbles as he walks and mingles words that mean nothing with his speech.
He is a wild man out of the rocks.
No, I come from Bogota, over the mountains.
You hear? Bogota. He uses wild words. His mind is hardly formed. He has only the beginnings of speech.
Bogota?
Yes. I come from the great world where men have eyes and see.
That must be his name, Bogota.
He stumbled twice as we came thither.
He must be taught.
No, you don't understand. I can see, but not in the dark. To you, darkness or light is all the same, but to me, to us who can see, to us outside in the world beyond the mountains...
Mountains? What are mountains?
Very well, then, beyond the rocks.
There is nothing beyond the rocks. That is the end of the world.
Oh, but surely you must realize the sky above covers more than just this valley.
Sky? Above? There is nothing above but the roof of rock. He is very raw, my children. He shall have to be taught from the beginnings. Now take him away. Feed him.
It shall be done, good father.
But guide him. See that he does not stumble over my daughter again.
Do not fear, Father. I shall guide him myself and feed him.
Very well.
Come. Take my hand.
Thank you. It'll be a pleasure to get outside again, out of this darkness.
Come this way.
Yes. What is your name?
Medina Sarote.
Mine is Juan Nunez. Oh, sunlight. Oh, this is better. And now I may look at you. Why, you're beautiful. I cannot tell you what a wonderful thing you are to see.
Please, you must be careful.
Why?
If you do not learn quickly and cease speaking such strange words, they may not be so kind to you. They might be angry. They might even destroy you.
This thought had not occurred to me, and suddenly I had a twinge of fear. Still, the proverb kept running through my mind. In the country of the blind, a one-eyed man is king. But try as I would, I could not make them understand my wonderful gift of sight. They thought me stupid and untaught, almost an idiot. Day by day, I learned their peaceful ways, but they could not learn mine. It was beginning to get on my nerves. Theirs too, perhaps.
Bogota? Bogota, come hither. Bogota, you move not.
No, and I won't, you old beetle. I'll show you. I'll leave the path.
Bogota, trample not on the grass. It is not allowed.
How did you know I stepped on the grass?
I heard, of course.
Heard, but I didn't make a sound.
Why do you not come when I call you? Can you not hear the path as you walk?
I can see it.
There is no such word as see. Cease this folly and follow the sound of my feet.
Oh, my time will come.
You will learn. There is much to learn in the world.
Has no one ever told you in the country of the blind, the one-eyed man is king?
Blind? What is blind?
Oh, never mind.
Bogota, I must warn you. Just keep quiet and learn. And stop this nonsense about seeing.
Nonsense, is it? I'll show you I've taken enough of your insults. Unformed mind, got no sense yet. I'll be king here. I can see and I'll be king.
Bogota, stop it.
No, I'm through with your orders. I'll show you what an advantage sight can be. I can hit you and hurt you, and you can't see me to strike back.
Bogota, put down that spade.
You devil, your ears are sharp, aren't they?
Bogota, there must be no violence.
By heaven, I'll hit you if you come any closer. I swear I will.
Put down that spade and come off the grass.
You don't understand. You are blind, and I can see. I can see.
Bogota.
I'll hurt you. I swear I will.
Put down that spade.
Leave me alone! I hit him with a spade and ran. Over the wall, outside the valley, back to the rocks, back to the cliff I'd come from. When I reached that sheer rock wall, I knew there was no place to go. For 2 days and nights, I stayed outside the valley. I grew hungry and cold. Then I realized the hopelessness of my position. I was trapped. I must spend the rest of my life here. There was no way out. So I went back. I confess, O chief of the elders, I was mad, I admit. I was only newly made.
That is better. And do you still think you can see?
No. That was folly. The words mean nothing less than nothing.
And what is overhead?
Rock. There's a roof above the world, a roof of rock and very smooth.
Very well. And...
Please, before you ask me any more, give me food or I shall die.
Very well, give him food. Medina Sarate.
Yes, Father.
And after that, we must put him to the most menial tasks in the village. Guard him well. And perhaps he shall learn yet.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that is better. You are kind, Medina Sarote. Very kind.
I am glad you came back.
You are? If they were all like you, I should never have run away.
What was that word you said I was?
Beautiful. You are. Well, even your eyes, they're not shrunken depressions like the others.
It means something nice, beautiful?
Something very nice, Medina Sarote. Tell me, why is it you have no husband?
I have a disfigurement. These long hairs.
Oh, your eyelashes? Oh, but they're beautiful.
They are considered a disfigurement.
You're the most lovely girl in the valley. But they wouldn't know, would they? You have no lover?
No.
Medina Sarote, what do you think of me? Do you think of me as an idiot like all the rest do?
Oh, no. No, you have much to learn, but you will learn it, I'm sure. And you are kind and gentle, and your voice is soft. You speak words that are soft and warm. No one has ever spoken such words to me.
Then I shall speak them often, Medina Sarote. You are the only one in this valley, in this whole world I care for. And so it began. I, the village idiot, the slave boy who dreamed to be king. I, with my eyes still whole, fell in love with Medina Sarote, the daughter of the elder of the village. Only to her could I open my heart without fear. Only to her could I speak of the beauty I could see around me. Oh, it is a beautiful valley, Medina Sarote. Green with grass and yellow with sunlight. And flowers, bright flowers dotting the hills. And in the cool of the night, the stars gleam like diamonds in the sky.
Oh, the words sound lovely. But what are stars?
Stars? Why, No, you wouldn't understand.
And what do you mean, in the cool of the night? You still get that confused one. The night is warm. The day is cool.
Oh, no, it is you here who have them backwards. Because the darkness means nothing to you. You work in the cool of the night and sleep in the heat of the day, but...
You are teasing me.
No. Oh. What does it matter? All that matters is you. You. Here beside me, Medina Sarote. I love you.
And I love you.
I know they still think me an idiot, but you listen to what I say, and you don't think me an idiot, do you?
Oh, no. I like to hear you speak.
Then would you marry me?
Yes. Yes, Juan. I will marry you.
No, I will not have it.
But, Father...
He is an idiot. He has delusions. He cannot do anything right.
But he is getting better. He's better than he was. And he is strong and kind. Stronger and kinder than anyone in the world. And he loves me. And I love him.
No, I will not have it.
Great sire, if you please.
What is it, good doctor?
I have examined Bogota, and the case is clear to me. I think very probably he might be cured.
Huh? And how might that be done?
His brain is affected by something. I believe I know what it is. Those queer things he calls eyes. Where we have but an agreeable depression, he has great lumps with flaps over them that move and long hairs. Consequently, his brain is in a constant state of irritation.
But what can be done to cure him?
A very simple surgical operation. Remove the cause of the irritation. We will merely cut out his eyes.
But, Juan, they say it will make you well. It will make you look like us.
But you don't understand, Medina Cerote. My world is sight. You would not want me to lose my most precious possession.
I don't know.
There are so many beautiful things to see. The flowers, the far sky with its drifting clouds, the sunsets, the stars. And you. If only just to see you it is good to have sight. And I would never see you again.
Juan, I love to hear you say these things, even though I know it is just your imagination.
But, my dear, these things are real.
No, they are fancies. This is real. If you will let them cut out your eyes, we can be together always.
Then you want me to?
Oh, if you would. If only you would.
What else can I do?
My dearest one. My dearest with a tender voice. I will repay you.
Oh, Medina.
Be brave. And carry my voice in your thoughts. Now I must go. And tomorrow...
Yes?
Tomorrow will be forever.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Medina. I suppose I knew it then, when I said that. I only meant to go up on the rocks and look out over the valley, to spend my last days feasting my eyes, my precious eyes, on the wonderful, beautiful world of light and color. But when I got there, it was too beautiful, too lovely, this valley, this home of the mountain gods. Beautiful and forbidden. I drank it in. The green of the fields, the blue of the gently curving stream, the orange of the lichen in the rocky crevices. I climbed higher to see the great snow-capped peaks towering above and away to the distant sky, and still higher as the shadows turned the snow to purple and crimson and deep blue. The valley now was far below and as beautiful as a painting. But like a painting, it seemed unreal. Medina Cerote was small and far away, a distant dream. And the world of sight was here, all around, overpowering, wonderful. I turned and began to climb up that sheer rock wall. How many months it took me to make my way out over those mountains, over glaciers and snowfields and sheer precipices, I cannot guess. How I lived through the cold and hunger of it, I cannot tell you. But I'm here at last, back from the country of the blind.
Good heavens, man. What an experience.
Yes. Terrible and wonderful.
But you aren't sorry you came back?
Sorry? I see her face clearly now. It is the only thing I see.
Nunez, come, you need food. Here, take my hand.
Thank you. Where is it, Senor Ibarra?
Nunez.
Yes. The gods of the mountain have had their revenge. Those months of crawling over the snow and ice, with the sun glaring down. Yes. I am blind.
Escape is produced and directed by William N. Robeson, and tonight presented The Country of the Blind by H.G. Wells, adapted for radio by John Dunkel, with Paul Frees as Nunez, Peggy Weber as Medina Sarote, Bill Conrad as Ibarra, and Harry Bartell as Correa. The special musical score was conceived and conducted by Cy Fewer. Next week,
when you're tired from a hard day at the office, or your back aches from bending over a hot stove, next week at the same time, when you want to get away from it all, we offer you Escape.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
You, finding life rather dull, dreaming again of exotic places, wishing you were somewhere else? We offer you Escape.
Escape with us now to a placid English village and the company of an equally placid little man who one day shook the world, as H.G. Wells told it in his delightful story, The Man Who Could Work Miracles.
Now, I might say right in the beginning that I ain't the kind of chap who has a naturally argumentative disposition. Oh no, quite the contrary. I'm a reasonable man who always takes proper thought before he speaks, and one who has a due respect for scientific truth. Why, I ain't never opened my mouth to utter a word that wasn't a pure, undiluted fact.
That's what you say.
Howsoever, when a man of inferior intellect, such as Toddy Bemis has showed himself to be more than once, when a man like that insists upon airing his ridiculous opinions in a public place such as the Long Dragon Bar, then I've got no choice but to confound him with the superior knowledge which I possesses.
So you say.
That's right, so I say. And if you can't contribute nothing but the same 3 words to this discussion, I'll thank you to admit you're defeated and shut your mouth.
Well now, Mr. Fotheringay.
Easy, lads, easy does it.
Well, I ask you, Constable. I'm only trying to enlighten the man from the bog of ignorance he's a-floundering in, and he keeps coming up with his infernal "so you say." Well, I'm a-wasting me words, that's all.
If pints of half and half flowed across this bar the way words do, then I'd have retired years ago.
Speaking of half and half, I'll have another of the same if you don't mind, Miss Bridges.
Right you are, Constable
By
Winch.
all rights, Toddy Beamish, I shouldn't be wasting my time on you. But out of the goodness of my heart, I'll do it anyhow.
Suit yourself.
Now, let's take, for example, that pint of ale that you're holding in your hand.
It's pretty nigh empty.
Well, now, supposing, for instance, if that ale was to turn into wine.
I never cared much for wine. Always like ale better.
Now, if that ale was to turn into wine, then you'd have a miracle.
So you say.
So anybody says. Or take that master padlock on Miss Bridges' cash box. Now, if anyone could open that without a proper key, that'd be a ruddy miracle.
You leave the long dragon out of this.
Or perhaps you ain't even aware of the proper definition of what a miracle is, Mr. Beamish.
Well, some is one kind and some is another, in a manner of speaking.
If anybody left so much as tuppence on the bar as a tip, that'd be a miracle, all right.
Well, be that as it may. But a miracle ain't of one kind or another, oh no. A true miracle is something contrariwise to the course of nature, done by the power of will. Something what couldn't happen without being specially willed to happen. And miracles ain't possible.
That is a lad, is, you know.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say they ain't.
It's your ignorance that's talking. Now look, you see that lamp sitting there on the end of the bar, burning as bright as you please?
I see it right enough.
Well, now, that lamp in the natural course of nature couldn't burn like that if it was turned upside down and hanging in the air.
You say it couldn't.
Mr. Beamish, do you mean to tell me
All right, maybe it couldn't.
And if it did, that would be a miracle. Very well. Now, supposing somebody was to come along, take me, for instance, and he pointed his finger at that lamp like this and said, "Turn upside down." Now, if the...
Burning and hanging there without no visible means of support.
Well, I can't keep it up there much longer.
Remarkable, it's highly remarkable.
Stop it now, Mr. Fotheringay. Stop it immediately. That's my official order.
Well, look out, Constable. Look out. There it goes.
Now see what you've done, Mr. Fotheringay. My best lamp chimney, clean no more than an hour ago, smashed to smithereens.
But I didn't try to do it.
For all you know, you might have caught the place afire.
Most irregular. And illegal besides, like as not. No more of it now. Do you understand?
But I tell you, I didn't mean for it
You and
to...
your silly conjuring tricks.
Well, all I done was to point my finger at it like that,
Stop it now. Don't you dare.
Well, that's all I've done.
In that case, Mr. Fotheringay, you defeat your own argument right out of your own mouth.
And how is that, might I ask?
If it weren't caused by some form of trickery, then what happened to that lamp was a miracle.
Now, then, I ain't a-holding with no bloomin' miracles.
Hold with him or not, as the case may be, Mr. Fotheringay, but you just stood right there and performed a real, true, honest, genuine miracle.
It weren't a matter of being asked to leave the Long Dragon, you understand. I'd already had me mind set on going anyhow. A place what's full of ignorant superstition ain't the kind of place for a man of rational intellect to be doing his thinking in. And thinking was just what was called for. On the one hand, I wasn't ready to swallow no miracle theory, but on the other hand, I wasn't able to recollect no scientific principle that might account for that which had occurred. As you might say, the question had dissolved itself into a dilemma. Well, me landlady, Mrs. Tetherington, was sitting up in the parlour when I come in.
Good evening, Mr. Fotheringay.
But I can't recall saying anything to her.
Very well, Mr. Fotheringay.
I went straight to my own room, closed me door and lit the candle. Then I sat on the edge of my bed, grappling with the problem in a heroic fashion and trying to puzzle out the ultimate solution. Well, now, that wasn't no easy thing to do. It couldn't have happened, but it had happened. Which ain't logic, no matter how you look at it. Why, it'd be the same situation if I was to point my finger at that candle there and say, "Be raised up in the air." Hey, blimey, hanging there like a blooming firefly. But it's contrary. Whoop, there it goes. No, now, black as your hat. Oh, dear, now, where in the tarnation did that confounded thing get to? Well, at any rate, there should be some matches around here somewhere. Oh, here. Maybe I could... Yes. Let there be a match in me hand. Well, now, just like that. Oh, a safety match. Not a blooming good that's going... Oh, dear, half a Mona. Maybe I don't need a match. Maybe I could... Yeah. Candle, wherever you are, be lighted. Here now, not in the middle of my bed. None of that now. Oh. Well, open it up. It isn't locked.
Mr. Fotheringay, might I inquire what's going on up here?
Can't you recognise a man who's got his hands full of troubles?
Mr. Fotheringay, why is smoke coming out of that bed?
Because it caught on fire, that's why.
My wall comforter with all burned in it. Taking lighted candles to bed with you, indeed.
I'm not taking no candles nowhere, and I'll thank you to leave me the privacy of my own bedchamber.
You've been drinking.
On the contrary, I've been cogitating upon matters of science, which is far beyond the range of your feeble intellect.
Well...
Mrs. Tetherington, I might remind you that good steady rumours such as a man like myself ain't so easy to come by nowadays. With which I will bid you a highly, a respectful, a good night.
Well...
Well, old vulture. Don't know who she's talking to. Me. A bloke what's only got to point his finger and say, "Be?" And it is. Oh, blimey, if I ain't suddenly got the power to perform miracles. Real, genuine miracles.
Escape, under the direction of Norman MacDonald, returns in just a moment. Tomorrow, New Year's Day, CBS will bring you exclusively the broadcast of the Rose Bowl game between the University of Michigan and the University of California. Don't miss this colorful, exciting event, the Rose Bowl game. Michigan, the Western Conference champions, against California, fighting for the West Coast's first victory in the present series. It'll be here tomorrow, New Year's Day, on most of these same CBS stations. And now, back to Escape.
Well, next evening after work, I went walking down the lane that leads around Millsdale's Pond, attempting to put me mental processes into order, as you might say. Mostly, I kept trying to cogitate on some honest-to-Betsy miracle that I might up and perform. But it ain't such an easy matter for a chap who's unaccustomed to goings-on of that nature. No, what I wanted was the genuine article. You understand? No little shenanigans, but one to make people stop and say, "Blimey now, if that ain't a real downright miracle for you." And then, all of a sudden, I had it. I just happened to recollect a chap somewheres who stuck his staff in the ground and commanded it to blossom. So I poked my walking stick into the edge of the turf. I backed off a wee bit, and I pointed my finger at it and said, "Walking stick, become a blooming bush of flowering posies." Roses, by heaven. I done it, just like that fellow in the opera.
Now then, what's all this here?
Oh, Constable Winch, confound that man anyhow.
Cease and desist, whatever it is, in the name of the law.
Hey, here, you there, Rosebush, go back now, fast.
Have a mind there who it is you're throwing bramble bushes at. There.
Oh, confounded, blundering idiot.
Who's conducting nefarious activities under the cover of darkness, assaulting an officer engaged in the pursuit of his natural... Well, so it's you, Mr. Fotheringay.
The fact being self-evident, Mr. Winch, I will not bother myself to answer.
So you'll not bother yourself to answer, eh? And maybe you'll also deny that you just threw a great heavy mass of foliage at me?
I do deny it.
Then no doubt it just up and flew through the air, all by itself.
Constable Winch, you have just hit the ruddy nail right on the head.
Oh. Some more of them blasted hanky-pank conjuring tricks of yours. Is that it?
On the contrary, it was merely a small miracle.
You don't say so. In which case, His Honour might enjoy hearing you tell about it. So come along.
I'll do nothing of the sort.
Resisting an officer. That'll be another charge against you.
Charge, indeed. Mr. Winch, you can take your charges and go to Hades. Constable. Mr. Winch. Oh, blimey, if he ain't gone and disappeared complete like. Now, I wonder if he... Yeah, I'm thinking this miracle business is a bit touchy. Why, a man might find himself in a whole peck of trouble before he learns the knack of the thing. Oh, I'd better go and get myself some real professional advice right away.
Oh, good evening to you, friend. A very pleasant evening to you.
And the same to you as many of them, Mr. Maydig. That is, your reverendship.
Oh, no formality now. None at all. You just call me Mr. Maydig.
Oh, well, now, thank you kindly, your Maydigship.
Won't you step inside?
I'm much obliged to you, Mr. Reverendship.
This way, Mr. I can't say that I caught the name.
Fotheringay. George W. Fotheringay.
Yes. Not from my parish.
Well, yes, I attended services last Christmas.
Indeed. So many people did last Christmas. Well, here we are, Mr. Fotheringay. Take a chair.
It's a Fotheringay.
Oh, no, not that one. I mean, it's we. I've often thought of doing something about it. Sometime. Yes, that one's fine.
Well, could you remind me before I leave, Mr. Mayship, and I'll put that little piece of furniture to rights for you.
Oh, then you're a carpenter.
Well, only in a manner of speaking, as you might say.
Well, now, Mr. Motheringay, feel entirely free to lay your burdens upon my shoulders.
Well, the fact is, the matter which I come here to talk about might be considered of a somewhat a delicate nature.
Oh, think nothing of it. Please feel free to speak, freely. My housekeeper retires very early.
Oh, no, your reverendship. Nothing like that.
Well, then, like what?
Well, the subject about which I'm inquiring is miracles.
Miracles, yes, indeed. Miracles? Any special kind of miracles?
Oh, yes. The kind which I performs myself.
I see. And what sort of miracles do you perform?
Well, for one thing, I've just finished sending Constable Winch to Hades.
Hades? Indeed.
Of course, when I realized what had happened, I had him transferred to San Francisco, wherever that is.
Well, I'm sure he'll like San Francisco much better.
I see you don't believe me. I can't say I blame you either.
Well, after all, Mr. Fotheringay.
Fotheringay? Well, very well, there's nothing else to do but for me to up and perform a few miracles before we go any further.
Well, that's very interesting, I'm sure.
Well, now, you take that jar of tobacco there on the table, for instance. Now, suppose I just point my finger at it like this and become a bowl of violets.
That's very interesting.
See? A bowl of violets.
Gobblot. I mean, so it is.
Of course, it ain't nothing very spectacular, your reverendship, but it's a sort of miracle a man can pass without tangling himself up in a mass of trouble.
It's extraordinary. Very, extraordinary.
You can see for yourself they're real violets.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed. Now, you take this for example. Become a bowl of fish. No, not that kind. Live fish in a goldfish bowl, swimming around. Now. Well, that's better.
It's amazing. How did you do it?
Just told it to.
That's all?
That's all. When I tells a thing to do it, it does it.
It was incredible.
Come on me sudden, like you might say. And, well, I'd like to know if it's real, genuine miracles or if it ain't. Well, seeing as how miracles ought to come under your reverendship's special province, more or less.
Well, yes, indeed. However, usually in a somewhat more academic fashion, these are more astonishing.
Well, as far as I can tell, there ain't no limit to it. Like, for instance, a bowl of fish turn into a pigeon.
Good heavens! Look at the thing! I say.
None of that. You stay away from Mr. Maydig now. Perhaps I'd best become that same jar of tobacco again. Well, Reverend, what do you think about it?
It's amazing. It's the most extraordinary thing I've ever seen in my life. Ever expected to see. I've got to think about it and consider the possibilities.
Well, I might come back in the morning.
Oh, no, I wouldn't hear of it. Look here, I was about to dine when you rang. Wonder if you'd join me. Of course, I'm afraid there's only cold mutton.
Well, now, perhaps there's something else you might like better.
Oh, anything. Frankly, I've grown to hate the sight of that. But you don't mean that...
But why not? Just name it.
A pheasant. I haven't tasted pheasant in years.
Oh, then now is the time. Let there be a pheasant on the table. No, not like that. Let it be dead and roasted and ready to eat.
Oh, look at it. Oh, it's beautiful.
Smells good, too. Perhaps we'd better, yes. Let there be 2 pheasants.
And truffles?
And truffles.
Maybe some oysters?
2 dozen oysters.
Oh, I love oysters.
We better make it 3 dozen.
Oh, and some cheddar. Oh, we must have some cheddar.
Oh, yes. A pound of cheddar. And now, what to drink, your reverendship? Champagne?
Well, I really shouldn't. Well, perhaps a small bottle of Moselle.
6 bottles of Moselle. A keg of stout and a case of champagne. Well, there wasn't no mistake about it. I'd come to the right place for certain. Once Mr. Maydig got over his first astonishment, he turned out full of ideas for brand new miracles. Things I might never have thought of, like as not. Well, we polished off that meal in no time at all. And an hour later, we was out walking in the dark streets of the village, turning out miraculous jobs so fast I fairly wore out my finger a-pointing with it. I couldn't begin to tell you all the things we'd done there in a couple of hours, but, well, we installed a new railway line, we drained Flinders Swamp and turned it into a meadow, we cured the vicar's warts, paved all the roads, eliminated taxation, reformed the Lord Mayor, and made all the girls in the village beautiful. Oh, these weren't any of your halfpenny miracles. All of these were big. And we went right on turning them out, one every 2 minutes, just as regular as clockwork. Well, by midnight we'd passed clean through the village, and we were walking along the lane by Millsdale's Pond, fairly tired out by all of that thinking and pointing and performing of miracles.
Mr. Fotheringay, I've just thought of another one.
Oh, indeed? And what might it be?
The village clock. Listen to it now. Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, that's true enough. It hasn't got a very melodious sound to it.
Then let's give them a good clock, a great, rich, booming one, shall we?
All right, Mr. Maydig. Let that there clock become a genuine London-style cathedral clock.
Oh, that's much better. Much better. Oh, the people of this village are going to have a big surprise when they wake up in the morning. After all we've done for them tonight.
Well, I might say there's one or two things that we've done that I ain't so sure about, like turning every drop of alcoholic beverage into plain water, for instance.
Oh, there's nothing to worry about, Mr. Fotheringay. You can always turn out a miraculous pint or two for your own purposes, and it will reform all the drunkards in the village.
Well, perhaps so. At any rate, we might as well wait and see what comes of it. Well, what do we perform next?
Well, I really don't know. I can't think of another single miracle that we haven't already.
Half a moment, Mr. Maydig.
Yes?
I just thought of one of my own I'd better take care of.
Oh?
Yeah. Let Constable Winch be right back in San Francisco again. See, he might be catching a boat or a train or something, you understand. I mean, I thought the best idea is just to keep sending him back there every once in a while.
Oh, I doubt that you have anything to worry about. San Francisco is some distance away, you know. I keep trying to think of one more miracle. A big one. Something worthy of ending the night with, but Oh. Well, now.
Eh?
I say. There is one, you know.
Well, such as?
You see that moon, Mr. Fotheringay?
Well, naturally. Nigh on to full by the looks of it.
Remember Joshua?
Joshua? Joshua? Oh, now, come off it now.
It would be a wondrous thing to see.
Well, now, that's a pretty tall order, making the moon stand still.
Well, actually, it only appears to stand still. What really happens is that the Earth stops rotating.
Well, I think we'd better not go monkeying around with the universe.
Well, you probably don't have the power to do it anyway. It's really a superior class of miracle, you know.
Oh, I've got the power, all right, but I'm not so sure it's a good idea. I could do it if I wanted to.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course you could. Well, perhaps we'd better get along home.
Well, half a mo now. I might just leave it stopped for a little while.
If you could stop it at all.
Oh, well, now, if that's the way you feel, you just take a look at this. Earth, the whole blinking world, stop rotating. Here now, what's all this? I didn't order no wind.
Fotheringay, what have you done?
I don't rightly know. Look out, things are starting to blow loose.
Oh, you confounded, blundering idiot.
Duck your head. Here comes the Lord Mayor's sheep.
Duck yourself. Here comes the Lord Mayor.
Oh, you better lie down in the ditch before we get blown away.
Oh, it's getting worse all the time.
I can't seem to pull my wits together.
Fotheringay.
Oh, I got it. When the Earth stopped rotating, everything on the surface kept right on moving. 500-600 miles an hour. Houses, cows, the wind, everything. It's a scientific principle.
Well, a lot of good that does. Now, stop it, man. Do something.
Mr. Maydig! Wow, Mr. Maydig! Oh, blimey, if he ain't blown clean away. Gone. Oh, now I got myself into a fine kettle of fish for certain. If only there weren't so much confusion, perhaps I could... Oh, now, that's it. It's the only answer. All right, now. Let nothing happen until I say the word go. And when I do, let everything go back exactly like it was just before I turned that blooming lamp upside down to the Long Dragon bar. And at the same time, let me lose this here miraculous power complete like. Just forget all about it. You got it now? Everything just as it were. No more miracles. Just let me forget the whole thing. All right, then. You ready? Go!
That's only what you say.
And the same as anybody else might say who's got the least bit of scientific knowledge inside of their thicker heads. Aren't I right, Constable Winch?
Couldn't rightly say, Mr. Fotheringay. The subject ain't exactly in my province, you know. Neither are the same, Miss Bridges.
Right you are, Constable Winch.
Irregardless, Mr. Beamish, miracles ain't possible.
So you say.
Perhaps you don't even know what a miracle is. Perhaps if I was to point my finger at that lamp there on the bar and tell it to turn upside down, I suppose you think it might do it.
Well, I wouldn't say it wouldn't.
You wouldn't say it wouldn't. Mr. Toddy Beamish, you haven't got a brain in your head. And I'm only wasting my time trying to enlighten you. Here you are, Miss Bridges.
Thank you kindly, Mr. Fotheringay.
I'll be dropping in again when the place ain't quite so crowded. And so I bid you all a respectful good night.
Well, Teddy, I'd say you got the best of the argument tonight.
Glory be, will you take a look at this?
What's up, Miss Bridges?
Sixpence. He left me sixpence right here on the bar, big as anything.
And so he did.
The like of it ain't never happened before. Saints preserve us if it ain't a downright bloomin' miracle. That's what it is, a downright bloomin' miracle.
Under the direction of Norman Macdonald, Escape has brought you The Man Who Could Work Miracles by H.G. Wells, especially adapted for Escape by Les Crutchfield. Ben Wright was starred as George Fotheringay. Featured in the cast were John Daner, Lou Krugman, Eileen Erskine, and Wilms Herbert. The special music for Escape was composed and adapted by Del Castillo.
Next week, escape with us to the wind-swept peak of Mount Everest and the story of a man who sacrificed everything to climb it, as Leonard Lee tells it in his gripping story, Conquest.
This afternoon, CBS presents a 1-hour-long program for all who are wondering where the world is heading. It's called Challenge of the 50s, Years of Crises, and it will feature Edward R. Murrow and 10 outstanding CBS correspondents. It follows immediately on most of these same CBS stations. This is Roy Rowan speaking. This is CBS, where you spend an hour with Frank Sinatra every Sunday afternoon on the Columbia Broadcasting System.